Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Matchday Live right here on the Toon Review YouTube channel. My name is Paul. I'm joined by my co-commentator, of course, Billy Bob, and the man with the analysis for before halftime and after the game. We got Stato. If you do enjoy the commentary today, guys, please do give it a thumbs up as usual. And if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. You do have to be a subscriber to take part in the live chat. So please, if you like what you see, get yourself subscribed. And of course, you can support the channel in the usual two ways. First of all, via membership. That's the join button underneath us. And of course, super chats are available. The $ underneath the live chat. If you super chat, you're guaranteed to get your comment read out live on the show. And of course, a big thank you to our sponsors, Mamaroo Records, based in Whitley Bay, of course. Vinyl, music, merchandise, sport and merchandise, things like that, gift cards, they've got it all. If you can't get to the shop in Whitley Bay, check the website out. That's pinned at the top of the description. And also give our second channel, TTR Xtra, the home of football, away from Newcastle United. And you will get lots of football content on there. Good evening, good afternoon, gentlemen.
It's dark enough. Good afternoon, everybody, and good afternoon to everyone in Viewerland.
It is certainly. Well, let's get straight into it then, shall we? This is how Newcastle United line up at the G-Tech. In no particular order, we go with Pope, Share, Joe Linton, Barnes, Isak, Hall, Livramento, Murphy, Byrne, Longstaff, Bruno, and a bench of Dubravka, Trippier, Tonali, Wilson, Gordon, Target, Asula, Almiron, and Kelly. Billy, your thoughts?
Positives, everyone's in the right position. Negatives, why aren't Gordon and Tonali playing? If they're fit enough to be on the bench, they should be playing. I know we're not privy to the scientific stats that Eddie Howe's got, but still.
He did say in the press conference they were struggling a little bit with fatigue after the game, didn't they? But I thought Joe Linton was the man that looked more fatigued than anybody else.
3 days, and he manages to do it for Italy, doesn't he? Whenever it's international breaks.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a tad unhappy. There's probably reasons for it.
Yeah. Alex,
got enough.
Yeah, I mean, I think he said as much in his press conference. It's dependent on recovery and how they're feeling. Joelinton is a freak of nature, and despite maybe being fatigued 70 minutes into the Liverpool game, might recover in 2 days. People are very different genetically, and it's very possible that maybe Gordon and Tonali are not faring so well in the fitness test, not feeling quite as good. And we've obviously got Bunts in now to try and stop a bit of injury prevention, making sure things are dealt with correctly. We're playing on the 4th and the 8th of December, and then we've got games next week on the 14th and 3 days later as well. So I would expect the same to happen in those next two fixtures. There's going to be some that miss out. And it's just through careful rotation. That's all it is. We've still got them on the bench. We've got Gordon on the bench with Tonali. Trippier's on the bench. So they're not available. He's just decided to switch it up based on whatever reason. I'm sure that will get asked of Eddie Howe after the game.
Yeah. This is how the home side Brentford line up. They go with Flecken, Van der Berg, Collins, Pinnock, Lewis Potter, Norgard, Yamoliuk, Carvalho, Membueno, Vissa, and Thiago, Billy.
Glad I'm not playing Shada. Point Thiago for him. So he'll probably play through the middle and Vissa wide on the left. But it's a very compact side, just well set up, isn't it? It's a well set outside, well managed side with some good players in it. It's going to be a hard game for us today.
Alex?
Yeah, so for people that maybe haven't been following Brentford as closely, there's a lot of similarities there to recent seasons. Pinnock, Collins, Van der Berg, a lot of people know how they play, a back three. Norgard, absolute monster in midfield. A lot of people know your Carvalho, Vissa, Mbeumo, Lewis Potter. There's a couple of faces in there that people might not know as well. Yarmolyuk and the Brazilian Rodriguez up front. So the Ukrainian midfielder, high tackle output, recruited obviously with the sort of the data-driven recruitment that Brentford do. So they'll be trying to hoover up in midfield. Rodriguez up front there, 9, 6'2", Brazilian. Again, data-driven recruitment, was in the Bulgarian First League for Ludogorets and then went to Belgium for Club Brugge, and they've snapped him up at 22, 23 years old. He's quite a monster, to be fair, put in a lot of goals across those two previous divisions, but it is Bulgaria and Belgium. So, but an interesting roll of the dice for them. And it's a nice balanced side, and it's a very similar shape and kind of team that we really struggled to break down in West Ham and Crystal Palace. They've got a back three, good on the counter, annoying in midfield. It's the same flavour of team we've just struggled with. So it'll be really interesting to see how we approach it.
Jexal won with a super chat. An interesting, no Gordon or Tonali probably needed a rest. And Lee Waite is a new member of the channel. Thank you very much, Lee, and welcome to Members Club. Claire says, Mbuemo scores early. We have to snuff out that today. Yes, he does like a start. Willock injured again. Well, he was seen in Newcastle earlier today, so he definitely hasn't travelled. So I guess we'll find out. Vic says, better recruitment than we managed over the last few years. I think he's talking about Brentford. Hello to Marco. Ashton says, they love to score goals, Brentford, but they are woeful at the back. Is that going to be our opportunity, Billy, just to make sure that we concentrate defensively and then utilise how poor they've been at the back this season? Because they have conceded a lot of goals. They've also scored them.
I'm concerned that we don't get the creativity that we had Wednesday night without Gordon and Tonali playing.
Yeah,
I've got to be honest. Will we be as multifaceted as we were in attack? I don't think so. Isaac may have to do something on his own today, which he could do. He's got the quality to do it. Of course he has, but it's less reliable than having up 3 or 4 or 5 people coming at the Brentford defence at once.
Kit says, I hope it's not too late to rescue the result when Tonali and Gordon come on. The one thing that's going to play a major part in today's game, Alex, is the weather. Obviously, it's dreadful around the UK, but it's mainly to the west that they've got the real bad stuff. But it's still not going to be very pleasant.
No, yeah. So I mean, I was going to say shout out. What's the right word? I guess safe.
Yeah.
Be safe to all the people with the storm. Is it Dara? It's called. I've seen some of the videos.
Yes.
It looks horrific around, well, mostly Wales and a few bits of the UK.
It's horrendous up here today, by the way, as well. I mean, it's blown a gale. It's not like 90-mile-an-hour winds. It is gale force winds, though, and torrential rain at the minute. So,
well, you never know. We might get a goalkeeper score today in some of the fixtures. We haven't had a goalkeeper goal for a number of years now. I think it was probably Begovic was the last one I remember that in the Premier League anyway.
Yeah.
Alisson for Liverpool against West Brom.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. But that was a header, wasn't it? That wasn't a long clearance. Yeah. Eddie in press conference said, we don't have the infrastructure for data-driven signings. Is that because we don't want that, or was he having a dig at Mitchell? I don't think he said that, did he? Yeah, he did. He did say that, but I remember him saying it. But I don't think he was having to go Mitchell. What he was trying to explain was football clubs do things differently. Newcastle have their way of doing it. Brentford have their way of doing it, and other clubs around the world have their way of doing it. He wasn't having to dig at anybody.
I don't remember it being worded exactly like that.
He did. He definitely said that. Definitely.
Well, it's different with us. So Brentford are the kind of club that can try and, instead of sticking, they'll twist on a lot of gamble players, data-wise. Whereas I think we're looking a lot more about the personality of the player and the fit for the group and the background and the leadership potential. We're looking at a lot more. It's a lot deeper, and the potential to step up to elite. Whereas they're probably looking at decent picks for their team that are quite likely to work, that they might be able to make a profit on as well if it doesn't. So. It is a little bit different. We can't play the same game as Brentford. We're playing
very different. Eddie said it, Alex. He said very different football clubs. Very different football clubs. I thought he explained it pretty well.
There were elements that we would have to copy, but there's a lot. There's a lot of differences.
Billy, big game for Barnes today. He's in at the start this time, and we have to. He'll be wanting to perform.
Yeah, wide out left. Can he get his goals? Hopefully. Can he start the game on fire? Hopefully. We don't want to see the inconsistent, lackadaisical non-entity, really, that we've seen from Barnes in the past 3 or 4 games.
Yeah.
Interesting to see Longstaff in the wind today. I mean, when it's calm, he's like a dog chasing a balloon. So what's going to be like today with the wind blowing?
A dog chasing a balloon. That's interesting. I haven't heard that phrase before. Lady Sam's in the chat. Good afternoon to Lady Sam. Mag Neil says, evening, lads. Let's blow Brentford away. Robert says, high keeper clearances at Leeds were holding up in the wind. I think a lot. Well, hopefully, Alex, we'll see a lot of football on the floor, which might actually suit us.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to try and do slightly different things. We've got to try and get Isak involved into the game a lot more. I think there's got to be a lot of onus on Murphy today. Because Barnes is, no disrespect to Barnes, he's a quick player, but he's not Isak and Murphy quick. So if we do manage to get some breakaways in moments of the game, Isak can get isolated. So it's down to Murphy to provide a width or be really, really on it and concentrating to get away. Because Longstaff isn't as fast and physical as Tonali, is not going to play those quick over-the-top balls. But he will, but just not to the level that Tonali does. Yeah. And I'm unsure. I'm always unsure as to what we're going to get from Joe Linton, because the instructions can vary so much from Eddie Howe from game to game as to what Joe's going to do. Is he going to go and sort of be a left winger and let Barnes tuck? Is Joe going to be very much a midfielder? Is he going to drop into the back five? There's a lot of things that Joe could do. I would imagine he's probably going to be mostly a midfielder today, with a little bit of emphasis on the left. We'll see, but there's rotations possible in this lineup. So, but yeah, definitely. I think that the key one is it'd be nice to see Murphy have a good second game in a row. That would be really nice if we can get Murphy playing well again. Yeah,
absolutely. The interesting one for me is with the weather. It's unlikely that there's going to be any long kicks, so the press could be key today. And not having Gordon and Barnes is in there, that takes a little bit of our press away, doesn't it?
A little bit.
Second balls, though. Second balls. If they've got to do crazy clearances based on our press and having people ready like Longstaff and Joe Linton to spring on the second balls, but they will be thinking the same possibly. So,
yeah.
Peter Garthwaite, thank you for your super chat. We'll never progress under Eddie Howe, as he can't leave things alone. Was confident we would win, but not with this selection. He's got to rotate at times, though. You know, we can't. No Premier League manager can stick with the same 11 when the games are backed up like they are in December. I understand that, you know, he did say in his press conference that, you know, Tonali and Gordon were feeling it a little bit after, and like Alex said, various players, you know, have different recoveries, different genetics.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, to be fair to Eddie, he's obviously, they're going to play some part in the game eventually, but let's hope it's not.
But on the flip side, Paul, if he started Gordon today and he pulls a hamstring, everybody goes, well, you mentioned it in the press conference. Why didn't you rest him? You know, he'd get crucified whichever way he did.
We criticised him enough last year for not rotating, so we can hardly do it this year when he is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I'm not having to dig at him. It's up to the players to perform. Look, he's given Barnes an opportunity today. So in my opinion, it's up to Barnes to perform. Longstaff, we know what we get out of him. You know, Tonali's obviously feeling it a little bit. We don't want to risk injuries coming into a very, very important December with a cup quarter-final, etc. So I'm actually, you know, I'm thinking, it's a bit disappointing Tonali's not playing because it's Tonali. But at the same time,
there's only 2 changes as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
so it's not
we need the big players, you know, later on in the month for the, you know, and if he's going to rest players, then you would look at the fixtures coming up and you'd think, right, Brentford is one of these games where you maybe can get away with resting a player or two, and it's up to the players that come in to do the job. If Harvey Barnes has been knocking on the manager's door, and Eddie's put him in today, then that's up to Eddie Howe Harvey Barnes to perform. He's got to go out there and do the business, and if he doesn't, then he's let Eddie Howe down because Eddie's putting his trust in him today. And Eddie can turn around and say, look, I've given you a chance, Harvey, but unfortunately, it wasn't good enough.
It's not all on 190 minutes, but...
No, but you know what I'm saying.
I'll agree with Troll. What Troll was about to say the same thing. I'd have been happy to see Molly play, for instance, or Molly on the bench even. But he's not, is he?
Well, no, and the thing is, thank you, Ophelia. He wasn't... Eddie wasn't asked about Miley at all in his presser. So I think he was asked the week before, and Eddie turned around and said that he was being very careful with Lewis Miley and that he was playing a few development side games first to get him up to match speed and not just throw him straight back into the Premier League. So he's been careful with him. But I had a feeling he might be on the bench today. But he isn't. Macam Cabby, good afternoon to you. Can someone fill me in how our match is still going on with the travel, but the Liverpool match is like a walk to the corner shop is postponed? Well, I think there's a lot of building work going outside Goodison Park at the moment, obviously ready for the move. What I saw on the photos is a lot of scaffolding, and it is dangerous.
And they're on the West Coast as well, aren't they? So
yeah, they have got it worse, a lot worse.
They'll be advised by their own regional sort of bits.
And to be fair, what we've seen on the news this morning is pretty bad across the West. But, it's still bad across the country, don't get me wrong. But, let's be fair, it's a football game. And, where Brentford is not on the West Coast. It's very, very different. Hippie says Bruno and Gordon with food poisoning from Miggy's cooking, all part of Miggy's game plan to get more time on the field. Yeah. Chill says the press was mint on Wednesday. Indeed, it was. But different players. I mean, I'm not sure Harvey Barnes is a presser like Gordon is, guys, to be fair.
No, he's not nowhere near as quick, is he?
Yeah. Yeah. Acid says I'm backing Howe as long as he's in. I'm right behind him. He's doing plenty right, a lot more right than wrong. Well, listen, some people immediately when the team came out looking at social media, they were absolutely hammering Eddie Howe, absolutely hammering him, saying, "Oh, get him sacked. He doesn't have a clue what he's doing." You've got to take it into context that what we've just said. There are some very big games coming up in December, and you cannot have your big players playing every single game. It's just impossible. But at the same time, maybe we don't have the luxury of bringing the same standard of player into the side than we take out. But he's got to give them a break at some point. And Anthony Gordon's played a lot of football. Tonali's just come back. He's back.
Has he fell off his chair?
He's just completely vanished out of his chair. Oh dear. Maybe OBS having a wobble there, Billy.
Maybe. Every chance of it.
We'll wait for Paul to return, guys. It's maybe a bit windy in his studio, possibly.
He's not falling off his chair, really. That's just the background has done it. So I don't think we can criticise the lineup as such. It's what he does in game. If he kind of doesn't react properly, or if he's proactive and changes the game in our favour, fantastic. But that's what I'm worried about. That's the criticism I will have of Howe if it happens. I'm not going to criticise him for the lineup. I don't think you can.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the press conference, Billy. I think it was Keith Downey. It was a great question talking about the playing against the big six teams versus playing against people on paper that should be not quite as difficult to play against. And he answered it very well about, we need to, it's frustrating. We want to be able to play the same way against both sets of teams. And he referenced in the Champions League season, they were able to implement a style across all games, which is quite amusing because he basically shut Luke Edwards' tweet down from a few days ago, countering that point. But Eddie agrees with what we've said because he stated it in a press conference that he wishes we could play against the quote unquote slightly easier teams. That we should, in theory, be picking more points up against. So it's and this is that category. Brentford are a mid-table, balanced, dangerous side. Would struggle to get up to European football, but are still absolutely no slouches. Very dangerous with a back three as well. So it's that exact banana skin that we've been really struggling with the Brighton, with West Ham, with Crystal Palace. So it's one of those. And for people, just remember, obviously, there were a few games that we were very close with. Like the Everton game, we only didn't get 3 points because of the Anthony Gordon penalty. I think he has returned, guys, fixed his OBS.
Did he fall off a chair?
A minute.
Is he back? Yeah.
I think he's just sorting some stuff out.
Yeah.
I'm trying to scroll through comments, but they're all about Paul disappearing. What comments have we got?
Nothing. Oh, Abhishek says Hope Barnes plays a full 90 minutes today. Howe subs after 65 minutes every time he starts. He's got to play well for that first, hasn't he?
Sorry about that, guys.
That's all right. What happened then?
Well, I got the old water in the USB port again warning, so I've lost one of my screens. But hey-ho, that is just the way it goes. The way it goes, unfortunately. Yeah.
There's been a lot of people, Paul, questioning about like Tonali and Gordon sitting out. Guys, yeah. I don't think it's just a random gamble. Like there will be data, sports scientists, physiotherapists, club doctors, coaches that will have all made this decision carefully and monitored them over the last couple of days, judged up kind of the risk of injury, Can they give us decent output? Like they've just gone, yeah, okay, fine, we'll just swap it around. They're not playing FIFA.
No. I actually, for once, I think Eddie's doing the right thing. It may be wrong by the end of the match. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we?
It's one of those things that you can't see the positive effect from it, can you?
No,
not at the moment.
You can't see them not getting injured. You just
unless we win 5-0 and Longstaff gets a hat trick and Barnes gets 2.
Yeah,
that's the only way we'll see a positive thing out of it. If we get the result out of this game with those 2 in the side, then I think we've got to be happy about it, haven't we? We've got praise the manager. He's got away with resting a couple of players who'll be fully fit for next week.
Yeah, I agree.
Wayne's got a good point. Where's Willock?
Well, we just said he was spotted in Newcastle earlier on today, so he hasn't travelled.
Okay.
Not sure why that is, but he hasn't travelled down to London Town. So I don't know where Willock is. We don't know what the situation with him is regarding injury. It looks like he's injured, to be fair.
Is that the Carvalho that scored that late goal against us at Anfield that time?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yep. Right then, Alex, we'll see you at half-time, matey. Hopefully, we'll see a decent first half, pal.
You shall indeed. Enjoy, everyone.
All right, take it easy. Right, now, Stato will be back at, of course, half-time. Now, by the magic of technology, or I'm saying magic of technology, the way my system's working today, it isn't too great. But what I'm going to do is, here we go. I'll just move myself, and then it's a step to the right. And then I click this button. Billy Bob appears behind me. And then we click this button here. And there we go.
There we are.
The incredible magic of technology, Billy, isn't it? There you go. So, are you sticking with your prediction, Billy?
Yeah, no reason to change it apart from the lineup isn't as strong as I thought it would be, but I shall stick with it. I can't remember what it was, to be honest.
You can't remember the team?
I think I predicted a win. I just can't remember what the score was. Was it 2-1, 3-1? Can't remember.
I think you might have gone 3-1. I've gone 2-1, I think.
I think I might go 2-1 myself now with that lineup, but I still think we'll win the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. We've got a super chat in from Keith Truscott. Thank you, Keith. Have to say, don't like any team with Longstaff in, but we have to trust Eddie. Is Wilson in the squad? Yes, Wilson's on the bench. Right. Have you fired yours up yet, Billy?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it to start. It's nothing starting yet.
It's not even on yet.
No.
Oh. I see. Well, I'll not start mine up just yet then. I don't want that. Oh, my computer. Dear me. May have to purchase a new one, Billy, in the coming months if this keeps continuing. But yes, I know Billy looks like a devil on my shoulder, Sam. I mean, it's freakish. Hey, but it's better than having 2 screens. No doubt about it. It's so much better. And when my ass gets numb, Billy just slides his hand under there and just gives me a nice massage. Some people will actually believe that, but never mind. Let me just start mine up, see what we're getting. I've got mine up, Billy.
It's up, is it?
Yeah. I've got the Newcastle team on at the minute. And now I'm looking at the huddles.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Why are you wearing that kit when they wear red?
Well, I think they're in red and white stripes, aren't they? And if we can't tell the difference, I think there's a major problem there, to be honest. But never mind. There is going to be what looks like a minute's applause or a minute's silence. So I'm not sure who this is for. Oh, it's for John Doherty, who must have been a Brentford player.
The ex-Millwall manager who took him to promotion to the First Division back in the late 80s, 88, 89 season, I believe.
Yeah.
With Teddy Sheringham and people like that. Tony Cascarino, Terry Hurlock.
Well, that was a Millwall team.
No one likes us. We don't.
No one likes us. We're going to kill you. We're going to break your fucking leg, mate.
every time a Scottish player touched the ball against them, they would just shout, "You Scotch! See you next Tuesday."
Yep. They were a nasty side.
Yeah, good manager for Millwall.
Yeah. Guys, let's not get carried away with how big Billy looks and how small I look. I mean, dear God, we're on the same screen, for God's sake. Chill out. Honestly. As the applause continued, Thomas Frank's wavy hair. It doesn't look... Well, I mean, from the cameras, it doesn't look too bad weather-wise, but it's definitely windy, Billy.
I don't want to see Matt Target come on today. It will be like a snow globe. Why do we wear black and white?
Yeah, we're in different shorts today, aren't we? We're in the white shorts with a sort of black band. Interesting. Again, guys, just to warn you, no spoilers in the chat, please. You will be removed by the mods if you do put any spoilers in. We don't want to have to do that, so please, let's just enjoy the commentary. Wait until me and Billy have commentated on what's happened in the game, and then everybody can then join in the conversation, just to respect the people that are just listening or watching, and obviously taking in the commentary. So please have that respect for everybody else. We are going to kick the game off. It's going to be Isak as the ball blows off the centre circle.
It is definitely windy, isn't it?
Yeah, Isak hasn't noticed that the ball blew off there, but we are underway. Here we go.
I blew off either.
Sorry?
Nobody noticed I blew off either.
Oh my God, Billy.
I didn't really.
Anyway, immediately coming down the right-hand side, looking for the run of Longstaff. But it was...
And Paul's gone missing again, so we'll have to commentate while he's disappeared. The ball is with Flecken in the Brentford goal, at his feet. Bit of pressure from Isak. He plays it wide to the right back. Brentford are coming through the middle now. Approaching the halfway line, goes wide for Mbuemo. Ball inside for Thiago, but it's cut out by Cher. Wide to Livramento. Livramento trying to outrun Vissa on the far side there. Plays inside for Bruno Guimaraes. Bruno has it now. Down here for Lewis Hall, and Lewis Hall plays it down the line, looking for Barnes, but it's cut out. Joe Linton can't win the second ball, and Brentford come forward. Lewis Hall gets a foot in, free kick to Brentford for a foul by Joe Linton, quickly taken, and it's with Collins, I believe, at the back there for Brentford. Forward he goes, looking for Mbuemo, and Mbuemo has the ball on this right-hand side. Down the line it goes, looking for a cross, comes in. It's a good cross, but it's way over the top and will be a goal kicked to Newcastle United. Still no goals, folks. Vissa looking he's floating around a bit today. He's not just in the one area. Pulled back. I should carry on until he gets his microphone stuff back. There's Thomas Frank. His hair's very untidy. In the wind. Nick Pope's going to kick this one long, I think. Long he goes. He must have the wind behind him because it's got a long way. Isak has it, picks it up and gives it out to Harvey Barnes. Going at the fullback there, cuts inside into Isak. Isak turns, finds Longstaff. Longstaff shoots. Oh, it hits the bar. Longstaff hits the bar. Headed from Longstaff wide then to Livramento. Unlucky Sean Longstaff. All the way back to Cher. Great strike from young Sean, and it's rocketed against the bar. The keeper wasn't anywhere near it, to be honest. Long ball from Hall looking for Isak. Isak takes it down with a fantastic touch. Going against two players, he's crowded out, and the ball finally ends up at the feet of Flecken. Pressure comes in from Isak, but Harvey Barnes wasn't alive enough to get the second rebound there. And Brentford are on the attack now with Vissa.
I'll be with you in a second, Billy.
Okay, mate. Vissa has the ball, goes back, all the way back. It goes, in fact, to Flecken. And Flecken has a bit of time to control himself and compose himself. No press coming in, just a slight one from Isak. And out it comes to the Brentford left back, whoever he may be, down the line. Back to the left back. And all the way back then to the keeper, who are trying to take a little bit of breath here. They've had a real shake there. I mean, Longstaff was so close to scoring. Rocketed the bar and came out about 10, 15, 20 yards off the bar. It was a fantastic strike. Long ball to the far corner of the pitch. Which is cut out nicely there by Jacob Murphy out for throwing to Brentford.
Right, I've got 3 minutes 14, Billy.
Hang on. Yeah, 3:18.
Yeah, 3:20 now.
Yes. Bang on.
Okay. I can't read any comments out during the match, guys, because I've only got one screen in front of me due to the computer error. So I will, if you super chat or anything, I will catch them at half time. And Mbeumo has the ball at the moment for Brentford, plays it in. It's cleared by Fabian Schär to Isak. Out now to Harvey Barnes. Barnes has got Hall overlapping him. Barnes plays it inside to Isak. Isak spins, turns, and is brought down, and that's a free kick to Newcastle. A little bit nasty, that one, Billy.
Yes, it was a bit, wasn't it? And Isak had him on toast there, didn't he?
Yeah, beautiful spin. Beautiful spin.
Oh, it was a
Collins, yeah, nowhere near the ball there was Collins. Absolutely nowhere near.
Palace 1, Man City 0.
I'm just seeing this Longstaff effort. Oh, thundered off the bar. Good hit that, Billy.
It was a fantastic effort, wasn't it? No backlift. And the keeper was nowhere near it, was he?
No, if that was on target, if that was in the roof of the net, it was a goal. As Isak closes down Pinnock again, long ball from the Brentford keeper. And Lewis Hall won the header, and it's going to be a throw into Brentford on this near side. But again, a positive start, Bill.
Yes, it is, definitely, without a doubt. Isak looks lively. Yeah, just a really positive start. It's not really kicked off as such yet. You know, they're still feeling each other out. But yeah, what we've had going forward, it looks pretty good.
As Brentford look to come down at the left-hand side again. Murphy is there. Cross comes into the box. It's very, very, very miscued, but that could have been the weather. And Mbeumo applauds the pass, but it wasn't great. And it's out for a goal kick. That's Thomas Frank barking his instructions there. Tyndall and Howard doing the same thing. Obviously spotted something very early that they want to address there, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, the space that Longstaff's getting by getting forward, it's probably concerning to them.
Yeah. Long ball again from Newcastle, but Isak can't get it. It's back with Pinnock. Pinnock is the goalkeeper, isn't it? No, he's not. Who's the goalkeeper? Flecken, that's it. Long ball again from Brentford. And I mean, the wind's catching this ball so many times, Billy. I mean, that was just I don't think he hit that ball at full power, and it still went flying out for straight to Nick Pope.
It's odd because when Pope cleared his, it went a real long way, so it must be a swirler.
Yeah. Well, the stadium itself, I mean, the stands really aren't that high to block the wind coming through, are they? So that could be an issue. And Lewis Hall has a throw in for Newcastle on this near side. Isak comes deep. Nice ball by Hall up to Barnes. Barnes looked for the run of Isak, but of course Isak wasn't there. Barnes does really well and is balling down this left-hand side now. 2 Brentford players come to him. And has he won a corner? No, says the referee. Goal kick to Brentford.
Good positive run there, wasn't it, from Barnes, I've got to say.
Yep. It's nice to see him get the ball and run at them.
Yes.
Anthony Gordon looks sick of his life on the bench there, Billy. Absolutely sick of his life.
Was it Anthony Gordon? I thought it was E.T.
Yeah, well, it could be either one of them. Brentford, I'm surprised I've seen the first few minutes of this game. Brentford have gone long ball quite a few times, and strange that for me, given the weather conditions. But now a ball out to the right-hand side for Mbeumo. And Mbeumo running at Lewis Hall, cuts inside. It's still Mbeumo, and he scores for Brentford. It's into the onion bag. It's into the postage stamp. And Brentford take the lead in the 8th minute of the game. It's far too easy for Brian Mbeumo when we know what this player is capable of. And he is capable of that, Billy.
Yeah, it's too easy for him, isn't it? I mean, Lewis Hall doesn't get a challenge in. There's no help from the midfield. Dan Burn doesn't come across to try and do anything either. Just a walking goal, really. It was a shocking bit of defending from all concerned, to be fair.
Yeah, really poor. Really, really poor.
It's a great ball out to him in the first place. But Hall's a bit reactive. He's backing off.
Well, Joe didn't make any sort of tackle either. I mean,
I don't know what Dan Burn's doing. It's the left side of the defence, and he's backed off, and Schär's had to come across and try and get a block in. If you see there, look.
I mean, it's awful defending again. I mean, it's so many times these go. I think it took a slight deflection, actually, off Fabian Schär. If we see it again here from this angle, Billy. Yeah, just a slight little flick off the back of. I mean, I think it was going in anyway, to be fair. I mean, it was on target. It was probably going into a similar place. It didn't take that much of a deflection. But what it is it's 1-0 to Brentford already.
And we've all said they start quick.
And that's an awful shot. Who hit that? Who hit that from there? I think Isak's trying one from 45 yards that just flew. Well, I mean, it's still in the air, that. I mean, I gather he's confident from his goal the other day, Billy, but that was not great.
No.
And well, Brentford get on with it. Unbelievable! I can't believe we're 1-0 down already. That's not the start we wanted, Bill.
No, definitely.
Oh, Newcastle down the right-hand side now with Jacob Murphy. Murphy's got Isak alongside him. It's still Murphy. Murphy back to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff shoots it straight into Barnes. And it's cleared, but picked up by Isak now to the right-hand side of the penalty area. Isak lays it off for Jacob Murphy again. Murphy to Livramento. Livramento looks for somebody in space and has to turn back, and it's gone dead again. But now we'll come to the other side now with Dan Burn. But he goes back to Fabian Schär. Again there, Billy.
Yeah, lots of momentum.
Edge of the box, just put it in. Livramento goes all the way back, but here's Murphy now. Great ball by Murphy to Bruno, and it's straight in the keeper's arms.
And look here, we saw a fantastic pass earlier with that move by Sean Longstaff, strangely enough. A real good one.
Yeah.
He started playing really well.
Excellent stuff. Good work by Lewis Hall on Mbuemo this time. Not letting him get any little zip on him there. But, I mean, it wasn't Lewis Hall's fault for the goal, by the way. Lewis Hall stuck with him. But the centre-back, I mean, I don't know why Dan Burn backed off so far.
Yeah.
Longstaff wins it back. Does well there. Here's Isak. Spins towards the penalty area again. Isak inside. That's Bruno. Brilliantly taken. Outside to Jacob Murphy now. This is better from Newcastle. Murphy decides to shoot with his left. And it's headed home by Alexander Isak. And we are 1-1, guys. And it's a fantastic header by Alexander Isak. And within a couple of minutes of going behind, Newcastle United level the scores. And I can't grab me granny because I can't get to the fucking screen. But it's 1-1, Billy.
Yeah, don't worry about granny. That's a good goal. It's a good reaction, actually, to the goal that they've scored. We've looked very dangerous. Longstaff's been keying lots of it. Murphy's been keying lots of it. I thought it was a shot from Murphy. He cut it inside, and I thought he was shooting.
Yeah, he was. I think. Well, I don't know. It's hard. I think he was. I mean, Isak's miles on side. It's a brilliant header.
Great header. But is Murphy trying to shoot? I don't know.
Let's give Murphy credit. I don't think this is a shot, Billy, because he's got his head up all the way. He sees Isak.
Now it's a cross.
It's a cross. It's a brilliant cross. That's not a shot. Cross. That's a fabulous cross. It's a brilliant header from Alexander Isak. And Newcastle responds straight away. Fantastic, Billy.
That's a great assist. Great goal. And we've been fantastic since they scored, strangely enough.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely 100% on that.
Could be a high score with this one, Paul.
It looks that way, Billy.
I mean, Pinnock's a mistake waiting to happen, isn't he?
He always has been for me. He always has been. Yeah, absolutely. Right, I've got my screen back there.
I've been really impressed with Sean's start, actually.
Yeah,
a couple of really
Sean
nice
Longstaff, he started very well, Billy. He started very well.
Interceptions as well. Anyway, they're on the attack now with Mbuemo. Oh, it's a great ball.
How are you miles ahead of me again?
12:37 I've got.
Jesus, I'm miles. Billy, just bear with us. I'm going to shut Chrome down and start it again because it's...
okay, well, I'll carry on. Murphy with a long...
I'm still with you, but I'm
to Harvey Barnes. And he nods it back to nobody in particular but Boyd and Mbuemo. And the ball is back now with the Brentford centre-halves. A bit of pressure coming on here from Joe Linton. Back to Flecken it goes. Joe Linton maintains the press and almost gets it, but Flecken gets it away, but only to Tino Livramento, who's totally unchallenged on the right back area for Newcastle.
Right, Billy, I've got 13-15.
You're ahead of me by 2 now. That's all right.
Yeah, that's cool. Right. Honestly, what a pain in the arse this has been today. Anyway, It's not easy doing this on one screen. Lewis Hall now, down to Harvey Barnes. Back to Lewis Hall. Newcastle with some energy here. Hall still looks for the run of Barnes, but Barnes is shadowed out by 2 Brentford players. Isak comes deep again to get the ball. Plays it all the way across to Fabian Schär. Newcastle fantastically coming back from 1-0 down early in the game. A couple of minutes later, get an equaliser. And now looking for a second to go in front. Longstaff on the ball. Inside to Joe Linton. Back to Sean. Fabian Schär now. Newcastle camped in the Brentford half at the moment. Livramento inside for Longstaff. Longstaff to Joe Linton. Back outside now to Murphy. Murphy, good ball inside to Longstaff. Longstaff to Isak. Isak then turns, feeds it into Murphy. Murphy drives it across the goal, cleared away. And Murphy will keep it in play. Nods it back to Tino Livramento. Back to Isak. Isak just loses the ball there, trying to find Longstaff. But Isak looks very hungry. So does Murphy. Great start from them two. Oh, lovely skill from Bruno. And now it's back with Livramento again. Brentford, no time on the ball at all. Newcastle look hungry every time Brentford have the ball to win it back, Billy. That sort of Brentford goal was like, hey, we're not doing that again.
No, absolutely not.
Barnes again down the left. Does really well. Cuts inside now, Harvey Barnes. It looked like a foul, but I think he allowed play to go on. Fabian Schär again now just over the halfway line. Plays it out to the right to Murphy. Murphy again running at the defence. Murphy get onto his right foot and wins a corner for Newcastle. No, he doesn't. Goal kick, says the referee.
That's bollocks. That's a corner.
But Murphy's looked good these first 15, Bill.
Yeah, the players that are genuinely criticised, the Murphys, the Longstaffs of this world have started the game fantastically well.
Yep. I mean, we look dangerous every time we go forward.
Yeah.
And that's a real positive. Flecken will take the goal kick for Brentford. And again, he goes long. That's looking for Visser, but nowhere near that. Schär wins that commandingly in the air. Joe Linton now bobbling around in midfield. Oh, Bruno not strong enough there. And Brentford come back at us now. Brentford, they've got men over. This one is Mbeumo to the right-hand side, the penalty area. And that's a goal kick. Too much pace on that from Mbeumo. And it doesn't quite work out for Norgard. Good opportunity that, though, to get a crossing, Billy, if he'd hit that with the right pace.
Did he give him a corner for that? No.
I don't think so. I was about to kick off monumentally there, Billy, if that was a corner, because it was clear as day that was a goal kick. And Nick Pope taking his time and decides, well, still hasn't decided what he's going to do here. Bit of skullduggery this by Nick Pope. Just well, I mean, get on with it. We're on top in the game. Let's try and get a second. Schär there again with a good interception, but Brentford win it back. I mean, to be fair, Brentford have looked dangerous when they've come forward on the odd occasion as well.
They do.
But what is good to see, Billy, is there's players, you know, if Hall moves up, Barnes is coming back, you know, they're all sort of making sure that they cover the positions.
100%. It's been a good team effort so far. Just that one little lapse where they allowed Mbeumo all the space in Brentford to score. Apart from that, we've been fantastic.
It's crazy, really, because Mbeumo sort of starts the game like a house on fire. It's incredible how many early goals. Oh, that's great play. And Brentford could be in here. Good stretch by Dan Burn to win the ball. And Fabian Schär will clear very quickly up towards Alexander Isak, who's buzzing around at the minute. And Isak's won the ball. He's through on goal. He comes in from the right. He takes it round the keeper. Oh, then the keeper then got a touch. How has he missed it?
What did he shoot? What did he shoot? That's the second time he's done that.
Wow. He did brilliantly to win it on the right-hand side. He's then through on goal. He's round the keeper and then suddenly delays and Flecken manages to get a hand on it.
He's done that before, hasn't he? Recently.
Yes. Why, oh why didn't he just take it around the keeper and shoot that first time, but he held on to it.
2 sets, Paul.
And Brentford now coming back at Newcastle. Into the box it comes. Visser can't control it. And it bounces away for a goal kick. I have no idea how on earth we are not 2-1 up there. And Isak will be absolutely devastated. Devastated that he's missed that. What a shame that is, because he did so well. But again, he's been criticised of this in the past for maybe being a little bit too casual sometimes, Alexander Isak. Just seeing it again here. Cuts in from the right. He does everything he should do. And then he takes an extra touch, which allows Flecken to get the ball back. There, he's round the keeper there. Just put it in with your left foot. He takes an extra touch on his right, and that allows Flecken to get the ball. It's not great from Isak. It's annoying, because we should be ahead now, and he can't believe he hasn't put that in the back of the net. Huge opportunity for Newcastle. All the hard work was done by Isak when he won the ball back, and then just couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. Such a shame. Such a shame. I think he obviously thought he had more time than he did. That's all I can think of. And because he had more time, thinks he had more time, that enabled the goalkeeper to get back. And Isak is furious with himself, as he may well be. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable, that. But anyway, coming up to 20 minutes gone. And Pinnock is drying the ball off for a long throw for Brentford here. Looked like he was going to go short, but then he's decided he's going to go long now. In it comes. Right to the near post. Nick Poole punches it behind. I thought he could have caught that there. He's punched the ball behind. I'm not sure why he did that. Did you see that, Billy?
No, I was on the phone.
Well, I can't come off the screen at the moment, because if I do, it stops for some reason. I'm going to try maybe getting Susan's laptop at halftime.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
That's calling. I'm back with you now. I just had a phone from the person that was supposed to come earlier.
All right, no problem. It's going to be Mbeumo to take the corner for Brentford. In it comes and clears everybody. Good header away. I think it was actually Lewis Hall that got the final header on that. Played back into the penalty area, but that's going to be Nick Pope's ball all day long, and he collects it. 21 minutes gone. Billy, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it's been a really good start. It's just a one lapse of concentration. But again, on the attack now, we look rapid.
Oh, that's not a great ball. Yeah, Bruno trying to play Livramento away down the right-hand side there, but it wasn't to be. It wasn't the greatest ball in the world, that. Just to remind you guys that if you are super chatting Xtra, I'll catch up with them at halftime. I only have one screen at the moment. I have to keep it on the match, obviously, so I will address all your super chats, etc. at halftime. Sorry about that. Nothing I can do, unfortunately, at the moment. As Brentford now have a throw deep in their own half. Good work by Bruno, pushing them back. Oh, that's Barnes again, chomping at the bit to get on the end of that, Billy. Wasn't far away.
It certainly wasn't. It certainly wasn't at all. They're playing with fire at the back, aren't they, Brentford?
Yeah. But they do look very susceptible, Billy, every time we come forward. And it's sort of, I've looked at this first 22 minutes and I'm thinking, hang on, I can see why Brentford have conceded a lot of goals this season.
Yeah, again. Give the ball
they've lost the ball away. Yep, here's Livramento. Livramento now to Bruno. Bruno with a little bit of space as he heads towards the penalty area. Slips it into Livramento. Out to Murphy now. Murphy takes his time, lays it back. Longstaff's cross, headed away. And Dan Burn brings it down nicely. Burn looks for help, gets it from Hall, and Hall just plays it back to Fabian Schär, who's on the halfway line. Schär, very lazy pass from him, and it's put us under monumental pressure here because it's a 4-3 to Brentford. Pushed wide a little bit to the left-hand side, but they've got men in the penalty area. Newcastle now have men back. Shot comes in over the bar, but again, a very, very lazy pass by Fabian Schär. Put us in all sorts of trouble there, Billy.
Yeah, that's what we've been calling him out for a lot recently. Just a real lazy pass to nobody. Just to one of them, really. Really poor.
He did apologise to his teammates, but that, I mean, how many times are we going to see that? There's at least one a game creeps into his game at the minute, and it's put that could have been if Brentford played that better. Lovely play down the right hand side, and Livramento away now down. He's in acres of space. He looks for the run of Isak. Here is Isak now. Pushed very far down to the byline. Cross comes in looking for Joe Linton. It bounces to Bruno. Oh, just wide. I think it actually scraped the post.
He might have saved it, Paul.
That's a goal kick.
Oh.
I think he scraped the post. I don't think actually Bruno caught that as well as he wanted to, Bill.
No. Oh.
Yeah, just grazes the goalpost there.
So close.
Wow. I don't think he caught it as well as he could have. He kind of, Joe Linton's down now for Newcastle.
Shoulder again, but look at it.
Yeah, he's really bothered by this shoulder, isn't he?
Yeah.
All the more heavily strapped against Liverpool. Well, that's why I thought it would be Joe Linton that would sort of miss out today, Billy. But we're just looking at Mbeumo's goal now. Beautiful ball out to him on the right-hand side. I mean, Hall does all he can. He sticks with him, but Dan Burn backs off.
And then Fabian Schär comes across too late, but it shouldn't be Schär's job.
No.
I mean, Burn should go to the block and didn't. But,
well,
I mean, Lewis Hall could have done better.
Look at Murphy. Just before he plays that ball, he looks to where Isak was. Definite crossing. And it's a fantastic header by Isak into the back of the net. And he could have had two. I think Joe Linton's done for the day, guys.
I don't know. It's like an energy gel on, so I don't think so.
Well, maybe. But if it's bothering him that much, Billy, then you have to worry that we're only, 25 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, Brentford have got on with the game now, and they are in their own half at the moment, not really threatening anywhere. But we are creating a lot of chances. Here come Brentford again. Burn, though, with a good header. And Barnes clears away again, looking for Isak. Isak can't get there. Some of the clearances from both defences, Billy, have been quite poor.
It must be the wind, mustn't it? So it has to be.
Well, Livramento's picked this one up now, and Murphy's on his bike down the right-hand side. Good tackle, but Murphy sticks with it. But, well, he did well there, Norgard, didn't he?
Villa 1, Southampton 0. Duran with the goal for them.
Duran. There you go.
A view to a goal.
I see what you did there.
And on Matchday, you'll see goals on film.
Oh, hey. Ladies and gentlemen, Billy Trey.
Despite the keeper's reflex, he couldn't get near it.
All right, you've done enough.
He must have been hungry like the wolf. Anyway.
Oh, my God. Anyway, Fabian Schär has the ball in a dangerous, nice ball by Livramento into Longstaff. Gives Longstaff a bit of space to move out. Rolls it into Isak. Isak flicks it over the top looking for Joe Linton, who's back on the pitch. Isak again plays a lovely little outside of the right volley out to Murphy. Inside to Joe again. And now Livramento. Back to Longstaff. Plays it quickly to Dan Burn. Good pace about Newcastle's passing as well today.
Yeah, I mean, Longstaff isn't dithering today, is he, at all?
No, I think he's played well in this first half so far, has Sean Longstaff. He's on the ball again here.
Dithering. I mean, I said it.
Well, I don't think there was anything ahead of him, Billy, to be honest. He looked for the runners, but there was no one really there. And Newcastle just holding on to the ball here. Bruno, little 1-2 with Longstaff. Nice football, this on Newcastle. Bruno again. Into Murphy. Murphy flicks it wide for Livramento. Livramento's control isn't great, but he's now got it under possession and rolls it in to Bruno again. Bruno, long ball into Isak. Isak takes it down well. Poor ball for Longstaff, though. I see what he's trying to do. Longstaff had made a great run, and now we've got Brentford pinned in again, and they can only clear it. As far as Fabian Schär on the halfway line, he just lets it roll past him. And we're rolling it back to Dan Burn. And I'm feeling sick looking at this camera, Billy, because it's almost wobbling in the wind a lot. It's like being on a bloody cruise ship. Here's Barnes. Oh, that's terrible from Barnes. What has he done there? He's given straight to Visser. And a chance for Brentford. It's 2-1. And Harvey Barnes, shame on you for that pass, my friend, because that was utter shocking. And it's put Newcastle 2-1 down. It's a brilliant finish, really, Billy, from Visser. Curls it into the corner. But it should never have been an opportunity.
Transfer list, please. Get him out. That's disgusting.
That was absolutely horrific from Barnes.
No point putting the camera on Lewis Hall. It was Harvey Barnes. Harvey Barnes with an absolutely disgraceful pass. See you later, mate.
That's a shocker. when we're on top as well, Billy, that is just a kick in the nads, that. It really is. That's an awful pass. I don't even know who he was attempting to pass it to. It's a brilliant finish by Visa, by the way, on the edge of the box.
It is, but even still, I mean, one of the centre halves got to go to him. They can't both back off it. And they both do, and it's
dear me.
Shocking defending, but shocking from Barnes.
I mean, the defenders should never have been put in that situation
No,
anyway.
they shouldn't. They weren't expecting to be, but it's still poor from them, I think. However,
why is he trying to pass it back that way, though?
It's 99.99999 recurring percent Barnes' fault. Awful.
Pope got a fingertip to that, you know. But it doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net. It's 2-1.
They're fortunate to be leading this game. They're very fortunate.
Oh, damn right they are. Absolutely damn right. And Bruno's now giving away in the middle. And Brentford come again. Silly giveaways from Newcastle United. He is in Bremo on the right-hand side of the penalty area for Brentford. Cuts it back. And good clearance from Newcastle. And now Isak. Oh, magic skill from Isak to get away there. Isak looking for somebody's run. Tries to send it through to Harvey Barnes. It should have gone earlier. It's such a kick in the nuts for Newcastle, who've played really well. And the referee says it was a foul by Longstaff, and they didn't have the advantage.
Man City equalised at Sellers Park, by the way. Erling Haaland.
Well, there you go. Foul by Longstaff. He did try and play the advantage, the referee there. I think Sean was just a tad late with his tackle. But we're now rolling up to the half-hour mark. Brentford 2, Newcastle United 1, and well, we only have ourselves to blame yet again. I mean, you know, Eddie Howe can't do anything about shocking passes like that, Billy.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But the thing is, Barnes' head was up. He looked where he was going to pass it.
I don't know. I honestly don't know what he's doing. It's awful. Awful. Can't describe how bad it was.
Yeah. And Brentford coming back again. Another shot comes in. This time from Carvalho. He felt he was pushed. No, says the referee. And it's out. It's well, the flag's up, I think, for offside. And the ball is back with Nick Pope. It's so damn disappointing, guys. It really is. Play really well. But hasn't that been the story for Newcastle for so many times this season when we've played really well? The lack of concentration, it kills us sometimes. But that's great stuff from Joe Linton. Now to Murphy. Murphy down the right-hand side again. Murphy's got an overlap from Livramento. Tries to play it across. It's come back to him off the deflection. Murphy to the byline. Cuts it back brilliantly for Barnes. Barnes! It's 2-2! He's made up for it with a fantastic finish into the corner. And Harvey Barnes makes up for his mistake straight away. Drills it in the corner. And it's 2-2. Incredible first half down here at the G-Tech. And Newcastle United will not lie down. We know Brentford is susceptible to goals, but my God, Murphy does so well here. He gets lucky off the deflection, pulls it back to Barnes. Barnes a couple of touches and then rifles into the bottom corner. And it's 2-2, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely unbelievable stuff. He's terrible at one end of the pitch, and then he makes up for it at the other. He spins, turns, shoots in emotion, and 2-2. You'll not see it. I mean, that is a brilliant finish from Harvey Barnes. One touch, two touch, gets himself square to the ball, and then fires it across Flecken into the bottom corner. And it's a 2-2 ball game at the G-Tech. Unbelievable stuff. And you have to say hats off to Harvey Barnes. Made that mistake, but then he's gone down the other end of the pitch and he's fired us level again. But hats off Jacob Murphy. Some brilliant work down the right-hand side there. And it was an excellent cutback for Barnes. Barnes had to spin and get his body level with the goal and then fires it into the bottom corner. And somehow it's 2-2.
Outstanding finish, wasn't it?
Billy, what were you saying about Barnes?
Yeah, great player. Never underestimated him, never doubted him. What a finish.
Yeah, absolutely. I've just got a little problem with my system here, Billy. I think the wind's playing up.
I think we're both in the same boat here.
I think it's not the service. I think there's something gone wrong with the cameras at the ground.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm back now.
Okay. Yeah. No, I've got Villa Southampton on for some reason.
Just rethink it and go back into it.
Okay.
At the minute, Fabio Carvalho's down we've got a slight brush in the chest from Longstaff, and he's down as if he's been shot in the head by an assassin.
Yeah.
Pathetic.
I've got 33-40, Billy.
I've got, say again.
33, 44, 45.
Yeah, I'm a couple of seconds behind, but not a problem.
Okay, that's fine. Again, sorry, I'm not reading any super chats out at the minute, guys. I've only got one screen at the minute, so I will catch up with them at halftime. Please do keep subscribing if you're new to the channel and you like what you see. And also don't forget to hit that like button if you're enjoying the commentary. Thank you so much. And welcome to all our new subscribers. As Isak now picks it up on the left, runs towards goal. Isak onto his right foot, gets support now from Barnes. Barnes back to Lewis Hall. Hall looks for options. Only has Harvey Barnes to his left. Then he plays it back to Hall. Hall whips it across. It's well defended. And Brentford hanging on to it a little bit riskily there. That's a corner. Indeed, it is. Excellent work from Lewis Hall.
Lewis. Yeah, well played, Lewis Hall.
I mean, I'm not sure what to make of this half, Billy.
Well, both defenses have been crap and both attacks have been pretty good, to be fair.
That's about sums it up. Dear me. It's mental. Murphy comes across to take this corner, but Murphy did brilliantly for the Barnes goal, Billy.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I had the phone call from that person again.
Will they not leave you alone, Billy?
It's important, but
well, obviously, yes, I know. Anyway, short corner by Murphy. 1-2 with Isak. Plays it back to Hall. Hall floats a ball in towards the back post. And Flecken punches that when really it looked like it was easier to collect it. Both goalkeepers have done that in this game. I just wonder if they're not very confident in this.
The wind, isn't it? Yeah.
The wind, yeah. Murphy again does really well. Finds Isak on this left-hand side. Isak back to Lewis Hall. Hall spins and lays it back to Alexander Isak. Isak jinking and jiving again. Hall looked offside there, but not apparently. And Byrne now inside to Longstaff. Longstaff out to Livramento. Livramento's got the run of Murphy again and sees him. Jacob Murphy. And he can't keep it well. He's tackled. It's a throw to Newcastle. Murphy's done superb again in this game.
Yeah, he certainly has.
Thiago has a right go at the linesman there and has a little bit of a laugh with Murphy. Very feisty character.
Strange fellow.
As Share goes all the way back to Nick Pope, halfway up the pitch there, Nick Pope.
I think the difference between the two defensives, they haven't actually gifted us anything, whereas we have gifted them 1.5 goals, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But it's 2-2, but I think there's plenty more goals in this, Billy, and hopefully they'll all come our way, because when we go forward, we look like we can score goals every time. Great work from Joe Linton there to Barnes. Barnes on his bike again. Harvey Barnes into the penalty area. What a run by Barnes! And Murphy is just over the bar. It was just too high for him.
Unlucky.
But another brilliant run from Harvey Barnes. And that mistake has given him a kick up the arse, Billy.
I think you're right. I think he's thinking, I've got to do something here to prove me worth here. It's been fantastic since that rip for the goal.
What a run that was. And just about an inch too high for Murphy there, Bill.
Yeah, just an inch, yeah. Real unlucky.
Isak there. I think Isak nods it in because he's taller.
Yeah. He's mistimed his jump slightly as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
It's very slightly.
Wow. Unbelievable stuff. It really is. If you've just joined us on Matchday Live, welcome to the Toon Review. It is Brentford 2, Newcastle 2 at the G-Tech. And it's been a very good game of football for Newcastle. They played really well, but switched off at the wrong times again, which has cost us 2 goals. However, I think every time we go forward, we look like scoring.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant control from Joe Linton there. Now rolls it to Sean Longstaff. Longstaff, great ball down the line, just too heavy for Murphy. He's got to do better there, Sean. I think you're right. That's a simple pass down the line that he shouldn't be overhitting. Goal kick to Brentford. 7 minutes to go of the first half. Long ball again. And now Mbuemo has Lewis Hall to deal with. They've gone all the way across the other end of the pitch. Hall not leaving it for nobody there. And the offside flag is indeed up, and it's a free kick to Newcastle. I bet Lewis Hall's thinking, why didn't you put it up earlier, mate? I've run all the way across the pitch for now.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Mental all that is. I think we've been the better side, though, Paul. I think 2-2 flat Brentford, I've got to say.
Yeah, I agree. We've played some nice stuff, actually. We really have. And I think that mistake that Barnes has made has just given him the rocket up his arse. And he's been fantastic since then. And now Murphy down the right again, who's been really good for us, wins another throw in. Back to Livramento now. Livramento takes his time and knocks it back to Fabian Schär. Schär's got burnt to his left, goes back to Livramento. And now out to Murphy on the right-hand side. Murphy, that's a foul. Thank you very much. We'll have a free kick. I mean, Lewis Potter there, I don't know what he's doing there, but just stand him up. Making a challenge like that is ludicrous.
I think he was frustrated that he didn't get the throw in a minute earlier, wasn't he?
Yeah, possibly. Schär has the ball, and now Livramento. Good little flick into Joe Linton. He's then taken out. Free kick to Newcastle. I don't know what the Brentford players are complaining about there. He's nowhere near the ball. I get the feeling Joe Linton's playing through the pain barrier here, Billy.
Yeah, I think you're right. He's playing really well, though.
He has. Well, they've all played well, really. I mean, Barnes made a terrible mistake, but he's atoned for it by getting an equaliser.
He's looked very dangerous since, hasn't he?
As Schär goes along again, looking for Barnes this time. And Brentford managed to get the ball down. Isak on the hunt. Scorer of Newcastle's first goal. Lovely cross from Jacob Murphy.
Harry Kane-Zap, we should call him, in the role he's playing today. He's playing very deep, isn't he?
He is, yeah. But I like that about him today, Billy. He's give a throw. He's wanting to get involved, isn't he? He's wanting the ball, which is when Isak wants the ball and he's hungry like that, he's a different player.
He doesn't want to be isolated, so he's dropping deep to get the ball.
Absolutely. Yeah. Flecken goes along again, looking for Mbuemo. Hall is there. Bounces loose to Visser. Good tackle. Brilliant work from Bruno. And Visser sits on his ass thinking, how is that not a free kick? It was just brilliant from Bruno. Livramento now to Lewis Hall. Livramento gets on his bike. Murphy wins the throw-in off Pinnock. And it's now back with Sean Longstaff. Longstaff taking his time. And now Livramento. He's got to be a bit quicker than that, Tino, there. Just that little turn back he does, Billy, which shows the opposition the ball. And, could easily have lost it there.
It takes him a while to get things under
control. Burns' clearance is blocked, but it ends up back with, again.
Lackadaisical.
Just lazy.
Yep.
Just think about what you're doing. You don't have to make a simple mistake like that.
Yep, I agree.
Joe Linton now. He's lost out. And Brentford come down now on the far side, but turn back. And it's all the way over to this side to Mbuemo again. And Mbuemo running at Lewis Hall. Barnes has come back there to help out as well. Mbuemo. Little few 1-2s as Mbuemo now runs at Lewis Hall and completely overhits the ball. And it's a goal kick to Newcastle.
Unlucky Brian, lad.
Yeah, he's dangerous though, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Every time he gets the ball, you feel like he could make something happen. But here's Lewis Hall.
Older than 25, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Hard paper round, Billy.
Definitely.
Barnes to Longstaff. Longstaff now to Lewis Hall. Hasn't really got any. Oh, what a ball by Hall! And it's a brilliant run by Harvey Barnes, and it's blocked for a corner.
Oh, great pass.
Absolute worldie of a pass from Lewis Hall. What a run that is from Barnes, though.
Outstanding, wasn't it? Yeah.
He tries the first time left foot. I think he mishit it, but never mind. He's won a corner, though.
Yeah, it's a good block from the defender, to be fair to him, but what a run and what a pass. Pinnock with a block. Oh, lovely, lovely. Oh, that's Kinnock, not Pinnock.
I genuinely think he mishit that, Barnes, but...
It's his left foot, isn't it? He's not. He hasn't got a left foot, has he?
Exactly. But at least he tried. He tried the first time left foot shot, and he's got a corner out of it. Murphy now with the corner. He's gone short again to Isak as we did before. Now Murphy back to Lewis Hall. He will swing it in. It's to the back post and a chance. Oh my goodness me. How has that not gone in somehow? Yeah. It's with Isak at the other side now. And it's a throw to Newcastle. I'm not sure who that was at the far post.
I think it was Bruno.
It is Bruno, yeah. I think he tried to bash it back across instead of maybe going for goal. But by God, we've had some chances in this first half. My God. Here is Bruno. Lewis Hall. Cuts inside nicely. Oh, that looked like a foul, and the referee agrees. Joelinton gets on with it very quickly and finds Murphy on this near side now. Jacob Murphy, lovely step over, gets to the byline, pulls it back, and it got a deflection. Flecken had to get down to his right to save it, and it's all the way out for a throw-in. I mean, this is one... we are all over them, Billy.
Yeah, Jacob Murphy's... Yeah, we have a good patch, hasn't he? Really has, about 2 games.
Bloody hell, has he not? Has he not? Here he is on the ball again. 2 shadowing him, and then Buemo can't keep it in play, and they throw it to Newcastle. Hall gets on with it quickly to Joelinton. Joelinton to Byrne. Byrne has square Fabian Schär. And I'm a poet and didn't know it, Billy. He is Livramento. Barnes now playing on that right-hand side. Schär. I just think they still haven't got back in the position from the corners. Pinnock gets it away from Brentford. Longstaff hunting like a wolf. Never thought I'd say that in the same sentence.
That's John Duran.
It is indeed. Brentford have it back now. And come down the right-hand side with Buemo here. This is dangerous. Yeah, we have to be careful here. And Buemo outside of the foot, well read by Fabian Schär, and clears it. But that doesn't really do it. Brentford coming back at us again. 3 minutes of additional time at the end of the first half. How we're not ahead in this game, I will never know, Billy. I honestly, I have no idea how we're not winning this. You don't have to answer that, by the way, but, you know.
Well, I agree with you. I said it myself, didn't I? 2 seconds ago.
It's nice to be recognised, though, Billy.
Who said that?
Well, Barnes, lovely clip. Lewis Hall now. Joelinton, he's just lost out there.
Yeah, it's a bit.
He looked a bit lazy there, didn't he? Yeah.
Yes, he did.
And now it's Brentford knocking on the door to try and retake the lead before half-time. They're not really going anywhere at the minute, though. Newcastle, very disciplined, very... Oh, but that's over the far side now. Chance to get the ball in. It's blocked again. Hall gets his foot in the way, and then a big left foot to clear it, but not... Brentford comes straight back. Suddenly it's the home side asking questions. We've got to be careful here and not giving anything stupid away, Billy. This is when concentration needs to be at its highest.
Yeah, they're defending okay. They're rigid line. They're going to have to do something special to get through us at this rate.
Yep. Here's Barnes now. Ball into Joelinton. Joelinton. Beautiful ball to Harvey Barnes. And Barnes is on the move. Heading towards goal. Has he got help? Well, Isak was up with him, but he couldn't see Isak. He was behind him. And eventually, Isak gives him a round of applause. What a ball by big Joelinton, Billy.
Outstanding. Yeah, pity when Anthony Gordon on the end of it, wasn't it? Because he'd been through. And he'd have missed, probably.
Yeah.
Just showing that near post again. Flecken got lucky there, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Well, Brentford got lucky. It was a deflection, really.
Yeah.
Flecken managed to make a save. But, again, just one of those opportunities that goes begging. I'm not sure why Livermento's playing in midfield at the minute. Why the hell is... I mean, Murphy's back there now. And Livermento gets back into position. Not sure why he was that far up the pitch there. Considering Brentford had a goal kick. Inside the last minute now of the additional time at the end of the first half. 2-2 at the G-Tech Community Stadium in what has been quite the first half, Billy.
It's been outstanding. Great game of football. Despite the conditions, it's been really exciting.
Livramento on a brilliant run. Oh, referee! That's got to be a yellow card. He'd done him completely. That was the Tino of old, Billy.
Yes, it was. Definitely yellow card there. Simon Hooper's bang on. Lewis Potter.
Oh, it's superb. And he just ran the studs down the inside of his left calf there. Here's that Bruno chance, Billy. I mean, the angle's very tight, to be fair.
If Fabian Schär, I fancied it.
Well, yeah, he likes a shot from there, doesn't he?
Spotty face little lurk.
Yeah, this will be the last moments of the first half. Isak has it in the penalty area. Drives it across. Flecken catches. And I think that will be all for the first half. Indeed, it is. It's Newcastle 2, Brentford 2. Billy Trey.
That's been an excellent game of football, hasn't it? 2 mistakes in Newcastle to give them 2 goals, really. We've scored 2 really good goals. So, yeah, we're the better side. We're playing the better football. We look the more dangerous. We've got more structure. The weather hasn't affected the game at all. In fact, it might have made it more exciting. Yeah. Alexander Isak, Sean Longstaff, Jacob Murphy, Harvey Barnes, even after his mistake. We've looked really good going forward, I've got to say.
Yeah, really good. But again, lapses in concentration cost us goals. But at the other end, we look like we can score every time we go forward. It's a mental half of football. I'll just catch up on some of the Jeffrey Brunt. Thank you for your super chat. Ian A, thank you for your super chat. He says he just sang the granny song when it went in. Corden, thank you for your super chat. Harvey Two-Face Barnes, actual Batman character. George, thank you for your super chat. Afternoon, Paul and Billy. Late to the party, so I've caught up with donations. And Predator, thank you for being a member for 18 months on the channel. Afternoon, lads. Hope you and the family are well. All great entertaining games so far. Let's hope we have more goals in us. How are the lads? I definitely think there's more goals, Billy. Without a shadow of a doubt, there's more goals in this.
100%. Just for the fact that Isak looks so hungry to get involved in everything, and he looks his on form as well. So I've got no doubt that Alexander Isak's going to score second half. No doubt whatsoever. Where you gone? I was leaning over. Stato's going to join us now. You're going to have to do the thing, mate.
All right, didn't panic. I'm trying to get my other screen on, but it's it's all over the shop, Billy, to be honest. It's all over the shop.
I can read the comments.
Right, there's Stato. Right, hang on a minute.
Hang on, it's me. There you go.
Okay, right, and I'll just remove you from OBS from now. There you go. Alex?
What a first half. What a fantastic game. Frustrating mistakes, but an enjoyable game of football. I'm sure the neutrals are loving it.
Yeah, neutrals are loving it. But as usual, it's an absolute roller coaster ride with Newcastle United, Alex, isn't it?
It is. I mean, their goals are frustrating because they were one of them came from the Harvey Barnes mistake. However, the 2 finishes were absolutely outstanding from Brentford, from Visson and Mbeumo. The XG from from all of their shots total is only 0.13. So to get 2 goals off that, it's hyper clinical. Nick Pope got a glove, not a glove, maybe a couple of fingers to the second one. First one as well took a little deflection, I think. Just really, really difficult to stop. But at least we've responded. We've got the 2 goals. That's 5 games in 1.5 games technically. So we're scoring. We just need to be a little bit more disciplined at the back.
Harvey Barnes, Alex, made that mistake. But then all of a sudden goes up the other end of the pitch and smashes in a fantastic equaliser.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. I mean, we've been really creative in trying to find them. It was really, really good play from Jacob Murphy. He was tripled up on there. And it was very patient from him not to just do a wasteful cross to the back post or just to whip it and hit it and see. He was really, really patient, and it was very technically good from Harvey to maybe drop back a couple of touches to try and get that space. However, the defending from Brentford for our 2 goals has been absolutely abysmal. It's essentially a free header for Alexander Isak with Nathan Collins just stood in the middle of the box, picking up absolutely no one. So we've been gifted a lot of space for those opportunities, but we had to score the goals. We've done that. We've had 9 shots, decent amount of attacks and possession. We just need to keep going. Love the new set pieces as well, Jason. They look quite nice.
Yeah, great ball from Murphy, though, wasn't it?
Really
the cut back to Barnes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was creative. It was different. Again, that's what I mean. I'm so much more impressed with the patience and the awareness to try and pick out somebody, because we've seen a lot of in the last sort of maybe 6 to 8 weeks, we see Tino just whip it and see what happens, whereas Murphy was really, really aware and really patient with that. And I think Murphy's had a really good first half, to be fair. I think it took 10 minutes for him to get into the game. I didn't see him for the first 10 minutes. And he's been involved in set pieces, and he's got that technical level. It's just consistency with that boy, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but this is what we asked for. We asked for a better game from Murphy again, and that's what he's given us.
It's balanced as well. It's what Billy said before we kicked off. I know I appreciate a lot of people don't necessarily like some of the changes, and we need a new right winger. Yeah, okay, cool. We'll sort that out eventually in transfer windows. But for now, Eddie Howe's playing a much more balanced side, and it looks better. And arguably, we're doing really well. It was the Barnes mistake. Unfortunately, he did go and score, so fine. The only maybe concern I've got is I do think we're conceding a lot of space on our left hand side. I think we are terrified of Brian Mbeumo. We're terrified of him. Lewis Hall is starting his defensive runs really early. A little bit of backpedaling. And J7 is quite slow at getting back as well. I'd like to see a little bit more urgency.
There's a little bit too much respect for Mbeumo, I think.
Well, there's a lot of respect, so we're dropping off. But then we're really, really slow in the turnover. Sean and Joe Linton are quite slow at coming back as well. Mm-hmm. So there's a bit of a gap. It's that hole in midfield that we're seeing. They're playing with a 10. We've got to be careful there because they could exploit that more and they could get more goals from this. So we really need to tidy that up.
Yeah. I mean, the first goal, Alex, you look at Murphy and he definitely puts his head up to cross that, doesn't he?
It's just a little fake, I guess.
Yeah,
I'd have to see it again. I don't know if he's looked and if he's aware that Barnes is there, but I think he's tripled up on. So it's
for Isak. He's on about the first goal.
Yeah, for Isak. Yeah.
Oh, for Isak. Oh, apologies. Yeah. There's so many goals. 4 goals in the first half, guys. There's loads. That was a really creative one. I think that was a cross, and it's something that we have not had the luxury in the previous few games against the back three. That Collins just decided to have absolutely no idea where he was supposed to be in that moment. And Isak with a tidy little header from sort of the penalty spot almost.
Yeah,
he headed it down. Good technique. It was a good little find. I've not seen us try that kind of ball an awful lot. It's almost looks like we've been working on a lot in training in terms of attacking, just different creative ways to try and get some shots and build up attacks.
Yeah. Tommy, thank you for your super chat. I need more popcorn. Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chat. We've become the entertainers 2.0 in the last 2 games.
Yeah, we have. I mean, let's not forget that Sean Longstaff's blocking against the bar. Alexander Isak should have tapped into an empty net and delayed again. Looking at
I mean that was
4 goals though.
That was absolutely incredible. Graham Ritchie's been a member on the channel for 35 months now. Thank you for your support, Graham. I am knackered watching this. Very impressed with Murphy and Isak. More goals to come. How are the lads? Davina, thank you for your super chat. Please wish my husband, Sean Pittaway, a happy 40th birthday this Friday. A lifelong Newcastle fan and loves your channel. Lots of love, Davina. Happy birthday, Sean. All the best. Hope you have a cracking 40th, mate.
All downhill from now, Sean.
It's not. Life starts at 40, mate. Trust me, in a way. But happy birthday, buddy. 4,500 people watching at the moment across both Twitter or X and YouTube. Please do subscribe if you are new to the channel and enjoy what you're seeing. Welcome to all our new subscribers today. And a big thank you, of course, to Mamaroo Records as well, our channel sponsor. Check them out in Whitley Bay. All your vinyl and various merchandise. And of course, they do have a website, which is pinned at the top of the description as well. I have a second screen working. Ooh. Yeah. So I'm going to.
While you're doing that, I would like to give a lot of credit to Isak for that first half as well. Frustrating that he didn't score that goal for rounding the keeper, but just his general build-up and involvement is so much better. I don't know what's happened in the last few weeks, but something's clicked, whether it's training, whether it's him, confidence, I'm not sure, but getting involved in the channels. He's been creative and actually contesting duels as well. He's tried a few little flicks to try and retain possession for us. And it's so impactful. It's only 2 or 3 times in a half, but that could be 6 times over the course of a match, which results in so much more of the ball, getting more attacks. And then they can't score if you've got the ball as well. So it's so much better. He's getting involved deeper, wider, but still getting into the box when it counts.
He doesn't want to be isolated, so he's looking for the ball, and he looks better for it. Harry Kane, Zach, if you like.
Yeah, there are a few moments where he's losing the ball. You know, if Sean will make a run beyond, or someone makes a run beyond, and Isak loses the ball a little bit deeper, that's really dangerous. We've conceded from that in previous games, so we've just got to be careful. He's got to try, you know, ball is baby. Do not lose it. You've got to be so careful with it. But it's a lot better from Isak in all areas.
I'm really pleased. I mean, again, just the little switch offs, but I do believe every time we go forward, we look like we can score. And that has, you know, all of a sudden, from not looking like taking any attempts at all, that's clearly been addressed in training and by Eddie and the team. And whatever they've done has worked, because, you know, this is the Newcastle that we know under Eddie Howe.
Well, even pressure on him. Even Sean looks creative today.
Sean's had a good game. He's come in and done well. Barnes, obviously, that was a terrible, terrible error. But you can only atone for an error by going up the other end and scoring, and that's exactly what he's done. So, you know, we can't... I mean, yes, it was an awful mistake, but we said in commentary, Alex, it seemed to give Barnes a rocket up his arse.
It did, yeah. There was some beautiful left-sided driving runs. Lewis Hall getting involved as well offensively. Some great stuff. And his pace is, you know, we said this before kickoff. He's got pace. It's not quite as quick as Isak and Murphy, but he's got it. And he's hungry. He's willing to make those driving runs. I think he was a little bit unfortunate. He tried a little switch. The camera didn't really show us who was on rushing on the right-hand side, so we don't know who was trying to get to it. But he tried like a little switch. He got 3 on him. It didn't quite work, but he looks very hungry. I'd like to see Harvey stay on for sort of maybe 60, 70th minute. Depends if his legs go. But this game's perfectly set up for our big hitters to come off the bench. And the starting 11 are doing pretty well today. You know, let's not forget the 2 Brentford goals were fantastic finishes. I think we're a little bit unlucky to be drawing at the moment so far. So
yeah. Well, Nick Pope did get a slight touch on Visser's goal, but Ed Coles, thank you for your super chat. Isak looking a little stronger physically. Well, he was. I mean, he out-muscled the Brentford player for his breakaway. But Alex, I can't believe he didn't put that in.
Oh, what? Where he rounded the goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think Barnes was about to have a nervous breakdown. The fact that he didn't receive the ball. You know, if you're not going to play the ball to Barnes, you have to score, and he didn't either. Again, it's not the first time he's done that this season, but he does keep scoring, so I guess we can't really be too critical. If a striker's scoring 1 goal every single game, he scored in the last 2 games on the trot, we can't have too much of a go at him. But it is frustrating when he gets in those positions and it does not result in a goal. I think good awareness from their goalkeeper to kind of get an extra scoop round, but you don't get that much time. You've got to just try and punt it in somehow.
That first goal they scored, it's a concerning thing that the wrong centre half always seems to go to the ball for me. Share's coming from the other side of the penalty area to try and get a block in when Dan Burns stood 3 yards away. It's happened a few times the other way around as well this season.
So we needed a midfielder involved in that.
We did really, yeah.
I don't know why he backed off, but well, he did. Alex, we'll see you back at full time, matey.
Yeah,
enjoy.
Hopefully it's not too crazy.
Yeah, enjoy it. So Alex will be back with us at full time, and now I'm gonna just do this and do that, and then Billy reappears. Look at that, just incredible. And then we hit that, and we're all ready to go again for the second half. What are you expecting, Billy?
I just want us to maintain the kind of level of performance we had in the first half and cut the defensive mistakes out. If we do that, we'll win the game. Simple as that for me.
Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chat. The West Ham and Palace games have woken Eddie up. I think it's woken everybody up, not just Eddie, to be fair. Looking at Alexander's stats for the first half: 1 goal, 2 shots, 1 on target, 34 touches, and that's 6 in the opposition box.
That's the key for me. 34 touches and 6 in the box. That's the key for me. That wasn't happening 3 or 4 weeks ago. And the past couple of games it has happened. Long may continue.
Harvey Barnes: 1 goal, 2 shots, 1 on target, 23 touches, 4 in the box.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty level with Mbeumo. The only difference is Harvey Barnes has an assist for Brentford.
Yes.
And Mbeumo doesn't.
Yeah. Newcastle ready to come back out. A strange robot has just appeared on my screen, Billy.
Yeah,
Jamie Knoll, thank you for your super chat. Would you bring Tonali on at half-time, lads, to feed the channels? No, I think you leave it as it is at the minute, to be fair, because the reason I'm saying that is because we still look very dangerous going forward. If it was a bit null and nothing was happening, maybe, but I don't think he needs to bring them on yet, Billy.
Well, he needs all the encouragement God sends to kind of get subs on at half-time, so it's not going to happen today.
Newcastle come back on the pitch and focusing there on Isak and Barnes. I mean, Barnes was electric after he scored. I mean, he was electric after he gave the ball away. That mistake, and he's just sort of put his head down, thought to himself, right, come on, enough of that. And credit to him, Billy, because, you give a goal away like that, and a mistake, and then the opposition score from your mistake. It's very important that you keep your head up and keep working, isn't it?
I think it's important that he's got a good team around him that gets his head up as well, because it easily could have happened. Teammates could have been arguing with him, telling him how much of a twat he was. That didn't happen. And in fact, it was nice to see people kind of mobbing when he scored.
Terry Cooker, member for 34 months. Thank you so much for your... I appreciate your... I've lost my words, Billy. What is it I normally say? Support. Great show, guys. Glad to see we finally getting shots on goal. We need to improve in defence and stop making mistakes. Yes, we do. Second half is about to get underway, guys. And it will be Brentford to get us underway. Just a few little tactical movements there from Newcastle United. And we're off. Second half, Brentford 2, Newcastle United 2. And I think if we just play the same way, Billy, and cut out the mistakes, I think we win this game.
I agree.
Because we should be winning it comfortably anyway. However, not exactly happening right now. It is 2-2. But I just feel every time we come forward, Billy, we look like we can score.
I agree. I couldn't agree more.
Flicked on. Big chance now for Mbeumo down this right-hand side early doors. Good defending by Newcastle. It's out for a Brentford throw-in. Please do keep subscribing. If you're new to the channel, guys, welcome to the Toon Review Matchday Live. Thank you to all our new subscribers. Welcome to everybody. And don't forget to give it the thumbs up as well if you're enjoying the commentary today. And do check out our sister station, TTR Xtra. That's pinned at the top of the description if you love football, because everything on there is everything away from Newcastle United as Nick Pope collects the ball. So basically, every single watch-along in football away from Newcastle will be on TTR Xtra, and this will be dedicated to Newcastle United. Fabian Schär spreads the ball across to Lewis Hall. And now Barnes. What a ball that is from Harvey Barnes back to Hall. And it's deflected as Hall tries to cross it, but he's taken it back down and got the rebound. Still Lewis Hall finds Joe Linton. Joe Linton not quite strong enough there, but he's forced to... Has he won the ball? Yes, he has. He's won the throw for Newcastle. I didn't think that was our ball, but who gives a damn? Anyway, we've lost it, so it doesn't matter now. As Mbeumo comes very deep to win the ball and burst of pace out of the defence. This has got away from Schär. This is dangerous here. Brentford have a 3-on-1. It's Visser. And what the hell has Pope done there? But he's pushed it on the put. Can you believe what you just saw there, Billy?
Why did he square it across goal?
But what was Pope doing?
Saving it.
Well,
yeah, I think he was expecting to square across goal as well, and slung out a hand at the last minute and diverted onto the post.
That was incredible.
But what's Visser doing? Thank God he did what he did.
Well, absolutely. I still don't know. Well, I'll have to see a replay there, because whatever Nick Pope was doing, I have no idea.
It worked. Who cares?
We'll see it on a replay, no doubt. Barbara, thank you. You've been a member for 34 months on the channel as well. Thank you so much. I'm in Eastbourne for the weekend. I hope we get the win. Great commentary as usual, guys. You've picked the best weather to come across from Ireland, although it'd probably be even worse over there.
Yeah.
Bruno now for Newcastle. Lovely ball out to the left. No, it's not. Yes, it is. I thought Mbeumo was going to get that, but it drifted under his foot. Barnes. It's through to Isak now. Isak turns onto his right, just took a heavy touch and enables Brentford to clear. But this second half has started as the first went on, Billy.
Yeah, it's basketball, isn't it? What a ball that is.
Yeah, here's Isak again to the left of the penalty area. Back to Barnes. Barnes, little chip across to Livramento. Hit it. Oh, he's put it to Murphy. Murphy, a good opportunity to cross. He does. Flicked away. Isak at the far post. Isak again. Oh, pinballing in the penalty area again. And Brentford managed to get it clear. And the whistle goes for a foul and a free kick to Brentford.
Yeah, I feel like we missed out on one. And now I think he's actually played it backward way before he did.
He's your typical striker, Billy, isn't he? But look at this from Pope. Oh, it deflected. It deflected off Livramento. It's a brilliant save.
I thought it was.
He had to read. How's he saved that?
Fortunately.
I don't think he knew much about that, Billy, because
I don't think he meant it.
That was bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. However, who cares? It stayed out the net.
But Visser should really have squared that cross goal and it would have been a tap-in.
It was terrible from Visser.
He did half cross, half shot, didn't he? It was awful.
Eddie Howe in conversation again with Jason Tyndall. But I mean, you're right there about Isak, but he is one of these strikers, Billy, that is very selfish, and that's not like a bad thing to say, but he's got selfishness about him as a striker, which you need to have.
Look how deep he's dropping to receive the ball. He just wants to be involved.
He does. Lewis Hall, cracking ball down for Harvey Barnes. Sorry, Joe Linton. Joe Linton gets there with a love. Oh, that's not a foul. No, he's offside. He's offside, Billy. I was going to say, if he'd blown for a free kick there for a foul, that was disgusting, but he's given offside.
Didn't look offside to me, I've got to say. He's offside.
Just. Very rarely we'll ever say that, Billy. A good flag. Hey-ho. Anyway, it's back with Flecken. And Brentford try and pass it out. Joe Linton again. Back to Hall. Oh, that is superb from Lewis Hall. Oh. Absolutely brilliant. And now Barnes.
What a player.
That is an incredible bit of skill. Barnes cuts onto his right. Barnes! Oh, he's just wide. That couldn't have missed by far. In fact, I think he's given a corner.
Christ almighty.
That couldn't have missed by a lot, Billy. Certainly from the angle we had. Oh, dear me.
Did it get deflected?
Yeah, I think so. It looked like it did. It did. It's a corner. Wow. No, it's not. It's a goal kick. I do apologise. That looked like a corner to me, but never mind. Stick that up your arse, referee. And Newcastle really, again, as in the first half, Billy. I mean, Barnes, when Barnes is on form like this, just give him the ball, Bill.
Yeah,
just give him the ball.
I agree.
Oh, Bruno's lost it in a dangerous position here. Visser is after it now, just on the far side of the penalty area, up against Dan Burn. Played back. Oh, no, God, wanted that first time, and then it was taken off him by Yermaluik. In comes Visser's cross. And Buemo trying to get ahead to it. Drops down. This is dangerous. That's well played. Well defended, Livramento. Now Newcastle can get on their bike again. It's an incredible end-to-end game of football, this.
And Lewis Potts slides in here. Push it past him and go.
No, he's turned back, Livramento. And he's done well. Nice ball out to the left to Barnes again. Barnes has the overlap, of course, from Lewis Hall. Barnes heading towards a penalty. Rolls it to Lewis Hall. Hall clips it to the back post. There's nobody there. And that is going to stay in play. Longstaff gets on the end of that. Longstaff now inside for Murphy. Murphy able to turn. Brilliant from Murphy onto his left foot. And the left foot shot is disastrous. You can see what he's trying to do. Having a bit of an argument with Sean Longstaff there. Sean wanted him to play him in. And he might have just seen on the replay. Could he have done that? No. Sean had made a good run, but it was he made the run too late. Murphy had already, gone for the shot. And it remains 2-2. But what a fantastic first 8 minutes of this second half we've had.
We've been spoiled the past couple of games with the quality of the football, haven't we?
Well, we deserve it, Billy. Considering the shit we've had to watch, that's a nasty clash of heads there. And Livramento's down holding his face. In fact, both players are down at the minute. That was a nasty coming together there. It looks like Thiago and Livermental looks like he's going to be okay. Doesn't need the physio. Let's have a look at this again. Well, I don't know how Thiago's down injured, because for me, he goes shouldering first on Tino. How is he injured there?
He's not. I don't think he did it on purpose. I don't think he's even looking. But
no, he's not done it on purpose. But it's certainly not a. I think the referee is giving a drop ball to Newcastle. Why does he give a drop ball to us? Surely that would be a free kick. Unbelievable. Crazy. Anyway, Leon Boyle has been a member now for 2 months on the channel. Thank you for your support, Leon. Found this channel about 2 seasons ago and I've watched it ever since. Great channel and amazing community no matter what. Keep up the great commentary. Thank you, mate. That's very kind. Well, Newcastle wanted a free kick there. Barnes brought down.
Didn't he?
Yeah, looked like it. Burn. Long ball into the air again. Joe Linton chests it down. Longstaff. Well done. Oh, friggin' hell, referee.
I think he did the foul against Joe Linton.
Yeah, he has. I was just about to say, Sean did really well there, winning the ball back. That is not a foul, Billy. Norgard mistimed his jump completely.
Oh, Joe's down again.
Yeah, he's. It looks like he's took a knock to his leg there. He doesn't look happy about something, but he never does when he's on the pitch, does he? He's always he's like a ferocious Rottweiler, Billy.
He is.
Which certainly isn't a bad thing, by the way.
Absolutely not.
Coming up to 55 minutes played. Brentford 2, Newcastle United 2, live on Matchday Live on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Please keep subscribing, everybody. If you're new and you like what you see. As Flecken goes long for Brentford again towards the Newcastle penalty area. Chance here! And it's 3-2 to Brentford! And again we switch off. Can you bloody believe what you're seeing?
It's unbelievable. That's really poor defending.
That is awful. And it's the slightest touch to send it past Nick Pope. It was a free kick directed into the penalty area over everybody's head. And it's a simple little tap in. I think it's, who's got it? Lewis Potter, I think. Good grief, that's awful, Billy.
It's one of the defenders, isn't it? I don't know.
That's Collins, I think. Collins. Yeah. Look at this, man.
Whoa, there's an offside the far side of the pitch.
Yeah, he's not in the field.
He's not involved.
Billy. No way.
I mean,
that's just awful defense. What the hell are we doing here? It
once
just
again
bounces through everybody.
Where's Cher again? Where's Cher? And Dan Bird's on the wrong side of the area. Again, it's as well as at half time.
That is terrible defending. And again, it lets us down.
Cher's gone for the header and totally missed it. That's poor from him. Dan Burn didn't get across quick enough. Terrible.
But that's come from a goalkeeper's free kick, Billy. It should be nowhere near that area of the pitch.
No.
Oh, God, Bennett. It's now Brentford 3, Newcastle 2.
Well, we're going to have to do it again. But
Jesus Christ.
Palace are 2-1 up against Man City, by the way.
Wow. Well, Byrne has the ball for Newcastle to Lewis Hall, back to Dan Byrne. Newcastle, well, we start from scratch all over again. Really poor goals to concede today. I mean, the 2 finishes for Brentford were excellent, to be honest, but the first 2, that's a bad ball from Isak and puts us under pressure. That's a foul by Byrne, free kick to Brentford. Byrne pleads his innocence, but it's definitely a foul. So he was put in that situation.
Defensively.
I can't believe we're losing this game. I cannot believe we're losing it.
No, look could I. I mean, that's a free kick all day, every day. I don't
know what Dan Byrne's complaining about there. And now is it? Oh my God! Honestly, you couldn't write a script. You couldn't. The amount of times we've let Brentford in here to score goals is crazy, and this is dangerous as well. And Buemo's free kick curled to the near post. Lewis Hall keeps his eye on that and clears. I just hope our heads don't go down this time, Billy. Oh, Pope comes out, and that's a terrible punch from Nick Pope. Nothing on that at all. Shot, and Pope holds it at the second attempt. Woo, Billy. I mean, he didn't. The Pope shouldn't have punched that, Billy. It was such a
over the defender's head as well. Yeah, over the defender's head. It was kamikaze, really.
Bruno now plays it wide for Fabian Schär, still in his own half. Schär across to Dan Burn. Burn turns, squares it to Lewis Hall. Hall nowhere to go, gives it back to Burn. And we switch sides again now. Fabian Schär closed down very quickly. Murphy to Livramento. Murphy's gone on the run, just did well, and the referee says free kick. But Brentford get on with it very quickly, and here they come again. And it's now with Visa down this left-hand side. Plenty Brentford players getting into the penalty area. Hall heads it away. Good strong header that by Lewis Hall. Cleared the penalty area and some, which he needed to do. But we've just gone into a shell here, Billy, after that goal. I don't like what I'm seeing.
No, definitely could do with them maybe a bit of a freshen up from the bench.
Yeah, possibly. We started the second half very well, but here come Brentford down the right-hand side. Just a little bit too much pace on it. And it's going to be a throw into Newcastle right down by the corner flag. He's had a very interesting second half so far, Nick Pope. Just looking at that shot again from Visser. It was taken well and collected well. But, well, Tonali's on the pitch now. I'm not sure who's come off. I presume Murphy's coming off as well. Gordon's on for Murphy. Joe Linton's off. I kind of expected Joe Linton off, Billy. He's been struggling.
The balance has gone now, though, hasn't it?
Well, Gordon's going to the right-hand side.
Yeah, balance is totally gone.
Yeah. Hour played at the G-Tech. Brentford 3, Newcastle 2. How? I couldn't answer that because I cannot believe that we are actually losing this game. Just unbelievable. But it sums up Newcastle anyway, doesn't it, really? Mental. Absolutely mental. But maybe Sandro can turn it for us.
Well, he's on the wrong side of the pitch for him. He wants to be on the right, really. So we've got Longstaff on the right, Bruno in the middle, or maybe Bruno on the left. I don't know.
Yeah, but just trying to work it out. Well, Gordon's gone to the left, Billy.
Yeah, Barnes maybe to the right.
Yeah. And this is a chance to break. Tonali again, pulled back. That's got to be a yellow card, referee. He was away there. Why are you not booking him for that? I don't think there's actually been a booking in the game so far, actually, Billy. But that was a...
Yeah, there's Lewis Parker got booked, didn't he?
Oh, yes. I mean, we were on a break there. That stopped an attack. It's got to be a yellow card.
Should have been.
Christ. Shave my ass with a rusty razor. Byrne has the ball now. Plays it out wide to Hall. Hall to Anthony Gordon. Now, Gordon immediately picks up the ball and goes on a run. Hall is on a brilliant overlap, and it's a brilliant ball by Gordon. Lewis Hall can't get any pace in the cross, and it's out for a corner. Just couldn't get the whip on the ball there, Lewis Hall. He'd made a fantastic overlap. Great ball. Hall shows great strength there and just can't get the precision. I mean, Longstaff and Isak on the edge of the box screaming for it.
Yeah, no one really showing there, was there, in front of a defender, really. So,
yeah. I thought he might have pulled that back, though. Anyway, we've got a corner. Anthony going to take it. It's all the way at the back post and just headed away by Thiago. And it'll be a corner on the other side now as Thiago screams at the crowd. He looks like one of them prisons you'd find in like an American jail, Billy, doesn't he? He's just...
Yeah, prison break.
Yeah. Now Lewis Hall will take the corner on the other side. Here we go again. In it comes. Bounces through everybody. And somehow Brentford trying to clear it, but it's picked up by Gordon. And it's deflected over, is it? No, it's a goal kick to Brentford. As Gordon tries to get a bit of curl on it, but it was never going in, Billy.
No.
Just tried to open his body up, didn't he? But he couldn't get the whip on the ball. And it sails away for a goal kick.
I'm surprised you took Murphy off, I've got to say.
Yeah. Murphy's had a decent game.
If you're going to be Gordon on, you take Barnes off.
But then Barnes has been good as well, hasn't he? Since since the mistake.
But at least that way you keep the balance, don't you? At this first time, we're a bit overloaded, I think.
Barnes on the right. I mean, he is right-footed, of course.
That's fine if he's got the pace to get past the left back, but he hasn't, has he?
No. Brentford have the ball back again, knocking it around in the Newcastle half. But Brentford will know they'll need another goal at least if they're to kill Newcastle off, because this game is still in a balance, despite it being 3-2 to Brentford. I still think there's more goals in this, Bill.
Yeah, 100%.
Dinked over the top looking for Mbeumo. Lewis Hall is there. And Mbeumo's done really well, but it's gone out for a Newcastle throw. Hall just tried to show him out for a goal kick, but he wasn't having any of that, Billy.
No. Good strength from Mbeumo.
Throw to Newcastle. Keep subscribing, guys. Over 4,500 watching on YouTube and X. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon on Matchday Live. And like I say, subscribe if you like what you're seeing. And, of course, don't forget to give it the thumbs up if you're enjoying the commentary. Thank you, guys. We do have a sister channel dedicated to everything football away from Newcastle United. That is called TTR Xtra, the home of football. And that link is pinned at the top of the description for you as well. Just looking at Thomas Frank. He'd be thinking of maybe making a change soon as well. Tonali trying to win the ball there. That looked like it went out to play. Linesman not having any of it. And Mbeumo now does well. Clip back over the top. And Thiago's got away. Great play by Nick Pope. He was so quick off his line there, Billy.
He was. He had to be.
He read that play brilliantly. But here come Brentford again. And it's Visser again. Visser on the edge of the box. Plays it across a wall of Newcastle shirts there to try and get through. And eventually we win the ball, but it's Brentford who've won it back.
Dare I say Brentford seem to have taken control of the midfield at this precise moment in time.
Yes, we're losing the ball in silly situations. And Mbeumo first time, and that flies high and wide. Good attempt, linked up with Visser there, but we're starting to struggle a little bit here, Billy.
Yeah, I agree. Middle of the park. Hardly seen Bruno second half. Hardly seen Isak second half. Barnes is going to be a passenger on his right hand side.
Yeah.
Dare I say it might be time for Miggy to come on. And Wilson, perhaps.
Wilson, yes, Billy. Miggy, no. Now, Isak, he just...
He humbled, didn't he?
Yeah, he's looking very frustrated all of a sudden, is Isak. Eddie Howe looking very stressed and pensive as Callum Wilson is out there warming up. I'm not sure whether he's been called back to the bench here to come on. Surely we can get... Yeah, he's stripping off for Billy. He's coming on. No, he's not. He's putting his coat back on. Surely he can play 25 minutes, Billy.
Oh, he's been very careful with him, isn't he?
Bloody hell. Long ball again into the Newcastle penalty area. Again, pinballs around. Livramento has it's got to be quick as Mbeumo's on him. Well, Livramento does really well. But then gives it away. That's terrible.
That's awful.
I mean, he had plenty of time there to pick a pass out. He gives it straight to the Brentford player, and we are under the cosh again.
Yeah, it's one-way traffic at the minute, folks.
It is.
Man City have equalised at Sellers Park.
Haaland?
I don't know. No, Rico Lewis, strange enough.
That's a foul. And finally, we're going to get a yellow card there. Lewis Hall pulled back. Wanted to get on with a free kick very quickly. The referee says no chance. Vandenberg looks like the man that's gone in the book there for the tug back on. Well, it's clearly a yellow card. He knew Hall had beaten him. He knew Newcastle were on the attack, so I think he's taking one for the team there, Billy, as they say.
Absolutely. Good foul to give, probably.
Now Livramento just inside his own half. Back to Fabian Schär. Newcastle down by a goal here at the G-Tech. Coming up to 67.5 minutes gone. Brentford 3, Newcastle 2. Live on the Toon Review YouTube channel. Here is Anthony Gordon. Again, gets the ball, turns and runs at the defender. 2 come across to him, but he skips inside. A little bit of space now to pick a pass out, which he can't. It's blocked.
Played a simple pass to Bruno there, Anthony. Christ's sake.
Thiago and Tonali in a battle there. Tonali wins that battle and the throw to Newcastle.
Yeah, Tonali and Bruno they're not really in the game, are they? We need to get them in the game.
Yeah. In an attacking sense, definitely. Tonali's done well there to win the ball back. Then he's tripped up, but the referee waves play on. Thiago has the ball for Brentford. Oof, that's a dangerous ball to play. Harvey Barnes trying to get there. And it's cleared away by Brentford. And now they come down the left-hand side again with Visser. And good challenge. Very good challenge. Fabian Schär threw into Newcastle. Visser claimed he was fouled. He was just outmanned there. He was outstrengthed. But I think it was Dan Burn, actually. No, it wasn't. It was Schär. And Liverpool gets on with the throw-in. And Fabian Schär cross now to Dan Burn. Super chat from Spike Milligan. Thank you, Spike. Gone from the best defence to the worst. Howe needs to sort this out. Too many fuck-ups. Yeah, that's cost us today. Silly goals. Really silly goals. We have the ball now on the left-hand side with Lewis Hall. Plays it back to Bruno. Bruno. He's lost the ball. Trying to run it into the penalty area. Just crowded out again. And Brentford clear. Not the best clearance in the world. Tonali intercepts. Hall back to Tonali now. Across to Fabian Schär. Schär to Barnes. First time we've really seen Barnes in the second half on this side of the pitch. Cuts inside. It's still Harvey Barnes. Tries to play a 1-2 with Bruno. And Visser breaks away for Brentford and plays it out to Mbeumo. Again, this is dangerous. Visser and Mbeumo up front for Brentford. Now back to Visser. Byrne comes to him. It's deflected off Byrne, and it's a good save to his left from Nick Pope. I think it was going wide. I don't think Nick Pope knew that when it got deflected. And he palmed it out, and Newcastle clear the ball.
Good work from Toon to get back actually there into defence.
Brentford look really dangerous on the counter, Billy. I mean,
yeah, it's the middle of the park. We've just totally lost control of it. Bruno's been non-existent second half.
Well,
Tonali's hardly got in the game. Yeah.
Livramento can't keep it in play. Yes, he can, but he lost the ball. We're just losing the ball in vital areas of the pitch at the minute, Billy. We can't seem to hang on to it anymore.
Yeah,
Brentford have played some lovely stuff now.
Yeah.
And here they come down the left again. Dan Burn giving the run around a few times, but he does well. But Brentford remain in possession of the ball. And it's with Visser at the moment. I think he's had a brilliant second half for Brentford, Billy.
Yeah, as he's floating around all over the place. So Trippier for like Livramento, another good change.
Yeah, I would make that change, Billy. I have to agree. Definitely. Livramento looks done. Looks absolutely done. But I mean, I don't know why he hasn't brought Callum on for a start, just to give us a little somebody to hold the ball up front.
Yeah.
Because at the moment, we're not keeping the ball at the right end of the pitch. Actually, that might have been sneaking in that shot that got deflected there. So Pope made a good save. And Brentford seemed to take 3 years to take this through in. Long ball into the box, which Burn is under. Chests it down well. Flicks it towards Isak. Isak can't get there. And this might be a chance for Mbeumo. Good defending by Bruno there to stop him getting in. But 3 Brentford players just crowd him out. There's nowhere for Bruno to go.
No support from whatsoever.
Nah. And here comes a big chance for Brentford again here. Huge chance for Brentford. He's still going. And eventually it's blocked, I think, by Schär. But goodness me, he was allowed the space of London City there. Unbelievable. Yarmulke there, almost putting Brentford 4-2 up. I mean, if there's a goal coming,
if there's a goal coming, it's going to be at the Brentford end, I'm afraid.
Yep, that's where it's looking right now. We are really struggling at the minute.
Changes need to be made and should have been made 5 minutes ago again.
I mean, that's just too much space to give him there between, again, that space in between the midfield and the defence we were talking about, Billy.
Yeah.
Just had so much time to turn. Brentford are going to make 2 changes here. Carvalho's coming off.
And Sade, Christ almighty.
And Sade, brilliant. Just the man we need to see.
Maybe not bring Trippier on then.
Yeah, Thiago's gone off. And Sade and Damsgaard come on. I thought
Damsgaard, another great player as well, isn't he?
Yeah. It confuses me with Brentford. They've got Norgard and Damsgaard. I can never get them right.
We've got Chocolate Fireguard.
Well, the goals we've conceded today just come from terrible mistakes. Really, well, mistakes and bad defending. I mean, that third goal for Brentford is as bad as defenders you're going to see. Callum's on, and it's Sean Longstaff. 4-4-2, Billy. That's all I can think of.
Yeah.
Oh, Miggy's on. Whoa, my lights have just nearly gone off there. I think the wind is causing a problem.
Yeah, Barnes and and Longstaff have gone off. So yeah, it's 4-4-2, 4-2-4. Call it what you like.
Look at the rain coming down. Wow. But my lights have just flashed, Billy. It's getting a bit horrendous up here. Candlesticks at the ready, Billy, but not the Gwyneth Paltrow ones. Long ball again for Brentford. And Buemo has it. And Buemo tries to drive it across. Tonali blocks it, but the offside flag's up. It's going to be a free kick to Newcastle. Coming up to 74 minutes gone in the game, Billy. It's 3-2. I mean, can you see us getting back here?
Well, before we go any further, there's been a breaking news on Sky. Mikel Antonio's been involved in a road traffic accident. Nothing about how he is, but they're saying the thoughts and prayers of everyone at this club are with Mikel, his family and friends at this time. Doesn't sound great.
Well, we hope he's okay. And Visser has just once again, Billy, decided to pass instead of burying it in the far corner. Look at the space they've got here. This is astounding. And why did he drive that into the corner? He's trying to play it across.
We're going to be a bit more open now. We've only got two in the middle of the park, haven't we? So we're going to be a little bit more open. But, I mean, this is very, very wasteful there.
I mean, this is just not... I mean, after 10, when Brentford went 3-2 up, we've gone to pieces, Billy.
Yeah, we have,
We've never looked in the game since Brentford scored that third goal. And now they have a corner. Play it short. This has worked on the training ground. And Buemo now to the byline. Drives it across with his left foot. Well controlled by Isak. And he clips one over the top looking for Gordon. Gordon, has he got the pace to get there? No. And again, where's the support for Gordon there? We're all just stacked up in our own half.
Oh, well played.
I mean, they're first to every ball at the minute, Billy.
Oh, dear me, referee.
Hall's done well. I'm not sure that was a foul, Billy. I think he won the ball, but Lewis Hall did really well defensively there when the ball came across.
He may have won the ball, but did he go over the top afterwards? That's the question.
Well, Bruno's back on his feet. I mean, if there was any kind of foul, you know Bruno would have made the most of it, Billy. Or if we'd been winning the game, he would have made the most of it as well. But it still remains Brentford 3, Newcastle 2 at the G-Tech. Please do keep subscribing if you're new to the channel, guys. Welcome to the Toon Review. And a big welcome to all our new subscribers today. Bruno, nice bit of skill to create a bit of space. Down the line now for Livramento. Livramento inside. Good ball to Tonali. Tonali, just a little bit of a heavy touch as he tries to take it around the defender. And, well, Livramento, he saw it was either Tonali or Miggy to give it to, and he gave it to Tonali.
It's very, very panic stations for me, this kind of going 4-4-2, because Brentford could control the midfield now. It's going to be hard for us to get hold of the ball, if I'm perfectly honest.
Chippers, thank you for your super chat, buddy. No game management at all, which we have been crying out for. 7 goals conceded in a week is not good enough. Well, the goals have been dreadful. I mean, the first two were taken. The goals were taken well, Billy, from Brentford, but it was the lead up to them goals that cost us.
Yeah, it was, yeah. Really poor defensively.
Yeah. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chat. Absolutely dreadful. The wheels have seriously come off. And Brentford coming again. It's really scrappy, this at the minute. He's got a cross in, headed away by Livramento. And we are at 6s and 7s, really. It's clearly, oh my God, panic stations galore. And the chance here for Brentford again, Pope's off his line and does well to leave it for a goal kick. But Billy, we're all over the shop again. It's one of these where we've just put the Alamo on. And the shape's being affected, the balance is affected. And we can't keep the ball.
Dare I say it's poor in-game management, isn't it?
Well, here's Callum Wilson now. First touch of the game for him. Miggy is offside. Oh, my God.
Was he? I don't think he was.
He was, Billy. It's Miggy, man. The man's offside more than he has hot meals.
This Mikel Antonio thing's very concerned, I have to say.
Is it really?
Yeah, if they're saying thoughts and prayers everyone at the club are with Mikel, his family and friends, you know, it's not just a scratch, is it? Oh, thoughts and prayers go with Mikel Antonio, obviously. Absolutely.
Football takes a back seat in times like this, and we wish Mikel all the very best. Long ball by Flecken. Hall heads it down to Gordon now. Gordon. Oh, he's done really well there, Anthony Gordon. And plays a good ball out to Livramento now. Livramento puts his arms out as if to say, where is everybody? Now Miggy appears. And that's a very flamboyant fall to the floor from Miggy Almiron, but he wins a free kick. It's a very similar position this to where Fabian Schär equalised on Wednesday, Bill.
Yes, it is. Come on, Flecken.
Yeah, Flecken, come out and miss the ball and just tap it in. Well, Lewis Hall's come across.
You Flecken idiot.
As well. Yvonne, thank you for your super chat. Brilliant commentary. Another shite game. Hey, it's not over yet. Come on. We've got 11 minutes to go of normal time.
Yeah, I think we can still win this if we get to go out in gear.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very much a roller coaster game of football. Oh, that's not good from Bruno though. Straight into the arms of Flecken.
Flecken bastard.
So nothing comes of that.
Oh, mate, get up.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, everybody does it, Billy. So, I mean, we know wants to complain. It's just frustrating when we lose in the game. And Flecken's kicked it straight out of play. I think that had something to do with the wind. And Livramento will take a free kick. Thomas Frank has given up on a hairstyle today. There's no doubt about that. What was that? What have I just seen there? We've passed it back to the almost... Scher's just kicked it out for... Or Bruno's just kicked it out for a corner.
Well, I think it was a throw-in, wasn't it? I don't know. What happened then?
Livramento took the throw-in and Bruno tried to pass it back to Scher, but he's passed it all the way out of play for a Brentford corner.
Must have been watching Matt Ritchie.
Bloody hell.
This second half's been an absolute shit show.
Oh, it's
I've got to say.
Well, since we started it all right, it's just since Brentford scored. We've gone to pieces. And the ball is moving around there before it's even kicked. It's into the near post. It's bouncing around. And Newcastle get it now, clipped forward towards Almiron. And there goes the old pigeon head, but he can't get to the ball. Fuck's sake.
Catch the pigeon. Catch the pigeon.
Oh, where are you, Dick Dastardly? Jesus Christ. Anyway, Lewis Hall powering forward over the halfway line for Newcastle. Rolls it into Anthony Gordon. Gordon looks ahead, finds Isak. Isak turns. Looks for opportunities, but again, nobody seems to be making them runs that we were in the first half.
There's no one with him. There's only two in the middle of the park, see?
Yeah. Tonali. Surely we've got to try putting balls into the box when Wilson's on the pitch, man.
Well, you'd think so.
Just skirting around the outside all the time. Oh, God, here's Miggy. Come on. Inside to Bruno. Bruno now looks for opportunity to get Livramento in the game. Here is Tino. Spins. Nobody, I mean, out to Tonali. Back to Hall. Hall's got Gordon in support on this left-hand side. Put a cross in. Newcastle have men in the box. Gordon gets to the byline brilliantly, and it's intercepted and cleared. But surely if we've got Isak and Wilson on the pitch, Billy, you put crosses in, man.
Yeah, you'd think so. You'd think so. Good play from Gordon now, though.
Yeah, brilliant from Gordon. Absolutely superb. Dan Robinson, thank you for a super chat. How are we supposed to attract good players if we can't even beat their current teams? What are we doing to make sure that we're an appealing club? Well, time will tell, but Bruno's into the box here. Gets the ball across. Pinball again. And Brentford eventually get it away. Good run that by Bruno, all the way to the byline. Looked like he was going to go out of play, but he was strong enough. And now Almiron.
Suddenly woken up, doesn't it?
Yep. Almiron to Bruno. Bruno is fouled. Free kick to Newcastle. You know, if I had a hairline like Damsgaard, I would just shave it off, Billy. There's a time in life where you say, right.
He's not that old either, is he?
Well, Trippier is now on the pitch, and he's took Lewis Hall off.
Oh, God, here we go again.
Somebody explain that to me why he's took Lewis Hall off, because I do not understand that one.
Players out of position again. Oh, dear me. Just take Livramento off and be done with it. We need a bit of creativity on the pitch. That's a shocking substitute. Really is.
I definitely don't understand that one, because Hall has been really good. Oh, Trippier. First free kick, and he can't clear the first man, but he's got it back now. Sends it towards the back post, and it's headed away again. Only as far as Anthony Gordon. Gordon clips a long ball to the back post where Isak is waiting. Brings it down superbly. Floating ball. Oh, how's Livramento put that header over the bar?
No, he's got to score there.
No, it's not. It's Tonali.
He's got to score there, Tonali. Got to score.
I mean, brilliant from Isak to take that down. And the cross is brilliant. Tonali is towering above the defender, and he's put it over the bar by a good few yards as well. Opportunity gone. Eric, thank you for your super chat. We are shocking. Call me negative if you want, but Howe has not had an answer for months. Only place we play okay is him because of the crowd, not coaching. Well, I don't understand the whole one. I mean, that has confused me big style.
Well, with 3-2 down, we need as many creative players on the pitch as possible. And what he's done is he's put Trippier on and put Livramento to the wrong side of the pitch for him. Anyone on the attack here?
Yeah, we are. It's with Almiron now. Old school right-hand side with Almiron and Trippier again. Bruno to Trippier. He will send a cross in. Headed away again. Comes out to Livramento. Back to Gordon. Byrne makes a run ahead of him. Clipped back in by Gordon. Just too far in front of Isak. And Flecken dives at the feet of Wilson to keep the ball. Wow.
We are pushing. We are definitely pushing. I just think we've snookered ourselves a little bit by being with the left back Livramento. It's a very strange substitution now.
Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chat. How is grasping at straws and panicking again? 5,000 watching, guys, on both platforms, on X and YouTube. Thank you very much for joining us, everybody. Please do subscribe to the Toon Review if you are new to the channel and you like what you see. Every Newcastle United game, live commentary right here on this channel. And it's a fantastic community, so please get yourself subscribed. And don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you're enjoying the commentary today. And check out our sister station, TTR Xtra, the home of football. That is everything away from Newcastle United. Watch-alongs, shows, loads of stuff coming up on there. So that's pinned at the top of the description. As Miggy exuberantly goes down again, but is suddenly up and running. Under 5 minutes to go, Billy. Can we get back in this?
I think we can. I think we can.
But again, I mean, let's be honest. If we get a goal, another draw, it's not really good enough. If we want to be a European football team, we've got to win the likes of games against Brentford. We've got to.
I agree. We should, and probably should be winning today.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no doubt about that. The first half, we should have been miles clear. But again, we haven't put a consistent 90 minutes together, and that's what the players were talking about, putting a consistent 90 together. We haven't done that because when Brentford got their third goal early in the second half, we've kind of gone to pieces.
Well, I mean, from minute 50 to minute 70, we were dreadful, I've got to say.
Yep. I mean, we're pushing now, but we've got no choice but to push. Livramento now down the line for Anthony Gordon. Gordon again heads towards the penalty area. Good run by Gordon. Pulls back on his right foot. Isak! And then it's Miggy with an absolute... Oh. Well, if I say Miggy Almiron and a volley, you'll know exactly where the ball's gone. I mean... I'm saying no, Billy. I'm saying no with that. I mean, we're asking questions. I mean, that is fact. We're asking questions at Brentford here, who are trying to hang on for the 3 points. But again, it's a tale of two halves with Newcastle United. We should have been out of sight in the first half. We're not. And we've paid the price again. Through simple mistakes and bad defending. Well, the ball's blown around. I think he's been booked. I mean, that's harsh if the ball's blown around.
He's making out to be blown around. It's nonsense. It's time wasting.
Well, it did move once, Billy. I have to say, you know, would Pope do it at the other end?
Not such moment in time, no.
No. Oh, it's a terrible clearance by Trippier. And Mbeumo's picked the ball up for Brentford. Coming up into the final 2 minutes of normal time. Brentford will definitely want a second goal to kill the bit. Well, what a pass by Mbeumo. Comes out to the right-hand side. And a shot at Nick Pope is straight down his throat. And he has the ball. Come on, get on with it, man. Here's Kieran Trippier. Down the line for Miggy, who lets it run past him and to absolutely nobody but a Brentford shirt. And here goes Mbeumo again. Down the line. And hang on to the ball here. Miggy gets back and defends well, but somehow it stays with Brentford. And then it's cleared. And now Almiron. Oh, dear me. Oh, for God's sake. What is the point? I mean, there is no point, Billy. Keith Truscott, thank you for your super chats. Hate to be negative, but if we cannot beat the so-called lesser teams, something is seriously wrong. How can we attract better players, let alone keep hold of what we've got? I mean, it's a tale again of beating the better seed, beating the elite teams or drawing against the elite teams. We come up against the so-called lesser teams or so-called lesser to us, and we can't get the points. And I mean, we've paid the price of not burying them in the first half.
I've got no problem with the performance. Well, some parts of it I have clearly. Not. But what I've got a problem with is how substitutions today, timing and the balance that he had is totally ruined all over the pitch, not just in attack but also in defence with Livramento now left back.
Yeah. Well, we're heading up to 90-minute mark, and then we'll see how much additional time the referee adds on. And Mbeumo, oh, that's brilliant from Mbeumo. Chance for Brighton, Brentford. It's 4-2, game over. And again, absolutely woeful defending, and Brentford then get a fourth, and that is game over now, Billy, without a shadow of a doubt. Brentford 4, Newcastle 2.
Look, a knife through butter, wasn't it? Hot knife through butter.
Yeah.
The centre halves parted like the Red Sea, and Moses ran through it. Smooth operator scores, Sade. Well, the Brentford fans will be singing his name.
I mean, I want to see this again, Billy, because I think one of our Newcastle defenders just stops and lets him go here.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Let's just have another look at it. It's a brilliant ball from Mbeumo. Cher's just lazy. But look, what's Livramento doing there? He just stops, Billy.
Well, he
stops and points to Nick Pope.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, he shouldn't even be on that side of the pitch, should he? Let's be honest.
Well, no, he shouldn't. But that is horseshit, man. That is absolute horseshit. In fact, I would rather eat a pile of horseshit than watch this at times. The defending is shocking, man. Good God.
All 4 goals. We've given 4 goals away today. Defensively, we've been absolutely dire. Dire.
Alexander Allard, thank you for your super chat. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. He's a dead man walking. Peter Garthwaite, thank you for your super chat. Forget Europe. If we keep Eddie Howe, we will be bottom half. Well, let's not forget, we drew against Palace. We drew against Liverpool. They're only points. It doesn't get us away from the... And then none today. Oh, my God. Just shocking.
It's relegation form.
Well, it's just what they need to address, Billy, is why we keep losing concentration at vital points in games. I mean, I was sure at halftime we would kick on second half and win this game, probably 4 or 5-2.
Yes.
But it's gone the other way.
Well, 2 words, game management.
Yeah, it's been poor. He's basically done it again. He's thrown everybody on, out of position, gone for the Alamo, and it ain't worked. Here's Trippier. Back to Nick Pope now. He's well out his box, and Pope's lost it to Mbeumo. Oh, my God, Nick Pope! And Mbeumo slides it. Dan Burn clears off the line. What the hell am I watching here?
Serious to God.
What was that?
6s and 7s. It's just dreadful.
Anyway, Gordon at the other end fires in a shot straight down Flecken's throat. Flecken says, thank you very much. I'll have that. David R., thank you for your super chat. So Bobby's final game for us was a 4-2 loss. Desmond Curry, thank you for yours. It's how out for me without a shadow of a doubt. And Keith Truscott, another super chat saying, questions seriously need to be asked here. Absolute crap. I mean, credit Dan Burn. He didn't give up on that, Billy.
No, he did well.
Given that we're 4-2 down in the dying moments of the game, I mean, we're inside the last minute of injury time now. But what on earth was Nick Pope doing there, man? Have a word with yourself. Jesus. Nick Thornton, thank you for your super chat. The happy clappers are working on their excuses. Well, I can't say anything about this second half performance. They just can't. It's been woeful. And it's all right saying, oh, yeah, we're great against the big teams. But I'm more bothered about why we cannot perform against the lesser teams, the lower teams in the Premier League. We can't do it against them. That's the problem, isn't it? It's all right getting up for the big games, but we cannot get going and cannot put in a consistent 90 minutes against the lower teams in the Premier League.
The defence has been awful, but the mistake came substitution-wise when he brought Murphy off and put Barnes on the right-hand side, out of position. And then from then on, ever since, everything's come on out of position. Tonali's on the wrong side of midfield for himself. Livermento's on the wrong side of the defence. Mm-hmm. It's shocking. It's shocking game management, sorry. Really, really poor.
I don't know how we can look so good in the first half, Billy, and then look so dreadful the next 45.
Well, obviously, at half-time, Frank's made a few changes. He's took Bruno out of the game, really. Isak's been out of the game second half.
Yeah.
And then he hasn't been able to kind of answer.
He always seems to get out managed, if you like, by the opposition manager when we play these games. Well, it's all over, by the way. It's finished, and it's finished in a 4-2 win for Brentford, Billy. And again, Thomas Frank comes out on top in the battle of the managers.
Well, yeah. First half was okay. In fact, at times it was really good. Defensively, we've been shocking for 90 minutes, really. And in-game management been absolutely dire. That's why I wasn't shouting from the rooftops after the Liverpool game, because until Eddie Howe gets a string of 5, 6, 7, 8 results together, I'm afraid he has to go for me. He has to go.
Well, I mean, it's
cost me points now.
Yeah, this is real pressure now because this is the situation he's put us in. He can't do it against the lesser teams. Right, let me just fix this here. So we're all going to be on one screen. I'll block you on there, Billy. I'm going to make myself I'm going to pull myself across there like that, and then extend like that, and then go back. That'll do. And then go back, and then add start. Oh, there we go. Alex, I mean, I'll just go through these super chats first. Nerek, thank you very much. No wonder we went hard after Guay. Share is done. John Cook, thank you for your super chat. I'm sick of sound like a broken record, but this was predictable. Same defensive errors, same terrible in-game management. Eddie has to go, sadly. Insanity says, how out, going around in circles, just pathetic. Nick Thornton says, reality is we are one of those lesser teams. And Jamie Knoll says, way too many subs and playing players out of position. And Rachel P, thank you very much for your super sticker as well. Much appreciated. Alex, it's just not good enough, mate. We just capitulated.
Yeah, it was a much poorer second half, despite having a lot of shots and stuff like that. It's not good enough. You know, Brentford got fortunate with 2 fantastic finishes in the first half, but the second half ones were very, very much preventable. I think Fabian Schär has had an absolute horror show of a second half, not contesting. I mean, I think he was at fault for a couple of the goals in the second half. I think he's just been shocking. Not contesting headers, not reading anything. So poor from an experienced defender. Dan Burn did well in parts and poor in other parts. Obviously tried very hard. I think it's very, very clear that it needs to be Sven Botman next to a new centre-half going forward. And then I don't think it helped. There were a few of the midfielders on occasion. Even Tonali was guilty of this in the second half. Recovery runs quite slow. Tonali had come on fresh as well and wasn't coming back to help cover. So Longstaff, Joe Linton, Tonali, Bruno a little bit quieter as well in maybe the first 70 minutes, tried to get into the game later on. So 2 centre-halves for me are a problem, and then the midfield helping when they should, also a big problem. It's something that we've had as an issue all the way back when Lewis Miley broke into the team. We've had this kind of back-to-front issue with the discourse between the midfield and the centre-halves for a long, long time. And it was a little bit more obvious today than it's been in recent weeks. But yeah, not good enough. Really, really poor second half.
I mean, that third goal, Alex, their third goal, you know, we did come out again really quick. for the second half. It looked like it was going to be more of the same. And then just from a goalkeeper's free kick, I mean, you could make excuses for the weather, the wind, it took it all, but they've got to be as switched on as the Brentford players are. The Brentford guy, he kept an eye on the ball and just dreadful defending.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to blame the manager for the third goal. Cher, maybe a bit of Joe Linton possibly should have been there. I'm going to have to double check who was in that kind of mixer there. Dan Burn, you can't let it bounce like that. It's not good enough. It's absolutely not good enough. It was really, really poor today from the centre halves.
Billy, you mentioned the substitutions, of course. Very. I mean, you're looking at the Murphy one. Murphy possibly should have stayed on the pitch. Barnes to come off because he took Barnes off 10 minutes later. It disrupted the shape.
All the balance went, and every substitution he made virtually today has changed the balance of the side, so it was more lopsided. So much so that at the end he took Lewis Hall off and put Livramento on the left hand side. Why?
Yeah.
It's panicking when behind he panics. He's not calm enough. He needs to be proactive. See these things coming. We all saw we needed to make changes before he did. But Jacob Murphy would have been the first one off. No way on God's earth would you put Harvey Barnes on that right hand side. He's ineffective there. And Jacob Murphy had a good game until that point. Sorry, game management today was absolutely shocking, as well as the defence.
And by the way, on that today, we've got these again in the quarterfinal of the League Cup. And quite frankly, if we can't get up for these games, then we're struggling big style. Big style. A few super chats have come in. Spike Milligan, thank you for yours. Shit is too polite for this. Simon Ward, who's been a member for 13 months now. Thank you, mate. Paul just said it well. He's getting outmanaged time and time again. Get him gone. Keith Truscott, Eddie Howe's last game for us. Niall says, if this was Bruce, everyone would want him out. People are more in love with Eddie, the person, more than the coach. You can't live off 18 months ago. Tomeo says, start looking at the board at this point. If they are not proactive on a change with the manager and roster, the board is just as complicit. And Case Ball, thank you very much for your super chat. Sakau now 13th in the league, 0 in game management. This is where we will finish under this absolute joke of a manager. Just get Jose. I mean, look, 13th in the league, guys. That is nowhere near good enough. Absolutely nowhere near good enough. This season was all about getting back in the Champions League for me because we didn't have European football. We have no excuse. Yet when it comes to playing Liverpool and Man City and Arsenal, suddenly we can compete with them. But when we play anybody below the top 6, we struggle like hell. And we just don't get up for these games. And it's got to be addressed now, Alex. It's got to be addressed.
Look, Brentford were always going to score goals today. Always, hands down. They've scored 27-ish goals going into this game. And they'd scored 18 in the first half so far this season, which was the top in the Premier League. So we knew we were going to have to come here and score a reasonable amount of goals to get points ourselves, because keeping them quiet is tough. However, we've let them get 4, which is, for where we want to be, unacceptable. Fair enough, 2 of them were fantastic strikes. 2 of them were avoidable from our part in that second half.
I think they were all avoidable, Alex. If you ask me, if you look at their second goal, Harvey Barnes' pass, I mean, it
was from a mistake. It was. From, I'm more talking about the shot quality specifically. It's fantastic. But yeah, it is frustrating because I felt we were a lot better for a lot of the game today in comparison to West Ham and Crystal Palace. There was loads of really, really good stuff, but we've conceded 4 goals in the Premier League. We're not going to pick up 1 point, never mind 3, if we concede 4 goals. It's just absolutely not good enough. So despite there being a more balanced starting lineup, it looked okay. It's going to be a long December, and it's as we called it. He's going to need to pick up enough points to get to January, and it is a loss against a side. Again, on paper, we should really be beating. This is not comparable to like the Everton game, where it was just a penalty miss away from getting 3 points. This is we did capitulate and we've lost by 2 goals, same as the West Ham game. It isn't good enough. It isn't good enough.
Julie says, sick of these fans wanting Eddie Howe out. Blame the board. We have too many high expectations, as Simon Jordan said this week. Take longer. As Eddie says, people should realise that. Yeah, but that doesn't take away from the performances that we're seeing, though. That's the problem. You know, the in-game management from our manager is poor. It's poor against these lesser teams in the Premier League. And you know what? We have to stop calling them lesser teams, because we're in amongst those lesser teams, whether we like it or not.
You make substitutions to strengthen your side. The substitutions you made today severely weakened us. That's poor.
I wasn't quite as critical of the substitutions as you guys seem to have been. I think you're going to have to. He brought on Gordon and Tonali. Somebody was going to have to get shoehorned right wing. It was going to have to happen.
They didn't have to at all.
No, they didn't have to. Alex, you leave Murphy on. Murphy was playing well. Murphy
so you
was having
think
a good game.
Gordon for Barnes as a straight swap, and then Tonali on?
Yeah. We lost our shape up front, Alex.
He could have left Murphy on. I have to admit, I wasn't expecting Murphy to go off at that point. You know, it was 60. We'd just gone 3-2 down. It was on the hour mark. He made the subs.
He'd had an excellent first half, and it was a strange one. Samsonite Dove, thank you for your super chat. The Toon roller coaster strikes again. A win on Wednesday, and all the how out clamour will die out as we'll be going to Wembley. Well, it's not this Wednesday, mate. It's the week after, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah. Leicester on the 14th.
We've got a week off now. James Morrison, thank you for yours. People need to accept how it's costing us points. Every single player came on in the right position. If you're putting balls in, Asula, 6'4", best option. Dylan, thank you for being a member for 14 months on the channel. How out crowd making themselves known on socials. Can't say I disagree at this point. The big games don't mean out when you drop points every week. That is a good point. You know, it's pointless getting results against the big teams when you go against the non-elite teams and you drop points every single game. That's West Ham. That's Palace. You know, that's now Brentford. You know, how long does this go on for? Peter Garthwaite, the PIF will not take this very much longer. Zishan says, I've said it before, Howe is not an elite manager. Even a decent manager tends to learn from his mistakes. Get Terzic in before January. My Smeagol, thank you for being a member for 8 months on the channel. In my opinion, if we lose the Carabao Cup match, that might be the catalyst. Jordan, thank you for yours. He says, how out Terzic or Farioli in? Simple as that. I mean, Billy, you know, the amount of, it would be interesting to have a look at the amount of points we've actually dropped against the sort of non-top six, if you like, because I think it's quite a lot if you look over last season as well.
Yeah. I mean, you think about last season, the likes of Forest, Luton, teams like that. I just don't know what to suggest, because I thought his team lineup today worked. First half, we were great. You could
we were.
His team lineup. But when something goes against us, a bit of adversity, he panics. You need a calming hand. Jacob Murphy should not come off. And at the end, when we were trying to get a goal back, why take a creative left back off to put someone that's on the wrong side of the pitch?
I mean, that's confusing. That is really confusing.
It doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I'm sorry. It's poor management, really poor.
Hall was making some very good runs in that second half, overlapping and linking up well with Gordon. And then he, you know, in the last sort of 10 minutes of the game where we really need that overlap, he puts. It's just not right, man. It's just not right.
It's annoying because we've sorted out the attack. We've scored 5 goals in the last 2 fixtures, but I think it's glaringly obvious we need Botman and a new centre half, and we just need the midfielders that we've got. It should be enough, but we need people to be making the right recovery runs as well. So there's a few people getting quite personal in the chat, guys. You will just get banned and timed out. So let's keep it nice,
guys. I said last night about the comments. Just be careful. John Wilson says, how can Howe be clueless? He avoided relegation, finished 4th and 7th, and pretty much still have the same starting 11. The man needs help. Look, I'm not denying that we need new players in, right? He needs definitely some freshness coming into the side. That is fact. However, that doesn't pull away from the in-game management. And what we need to do, guys, you need to stop looking back. You need to stop looking back in history. You know, now is the present. And if we want to kickstart and be back in the Champions League and stuff like that, we cannot drop points against the likes of Palace, the likes of West Ham, Brentford. We've got to win these games if we are to be that side. And you have to start looking at in-game mistakes because the subs were weird. I mean, taking Murphy off and then having that imbalance, which proved that it wasn't working against West Ham and Palace, he goes back to that to try and get in the game. Just doesn't work. Case Ball said, if I was Bruno, Isak, Tonali, I'd be away. Dylan, thank you for a super chat. Don't understand how we play like that against Liverpool, then sack it off the next week. We've lost all the hunger and desire that we had pre-Champions League. Susan says, how is our great manager? Talk again, end of the season. Susan, I know you're a big fan of Eddie Howe, but get your blinkers off, please, Susan. You can criticize him, you don't have to want him sacked, but you can criticize the mistakes.
100%. You don't have to be. A lot of people are painting this as black and white, Eddie in, Eddie out. I think that's completely unfair.
Yeah.
I think we are allowed to be critical of the things that are going wrong and sort of shine a light on things that we're doing well and have a balanced view of everything. That's definitely the best way to go about it. We need to stop being so extreme at either side.
You can criticize, guys. You can. But you don't have to say, oh, that's why I want Eddie Howe out. You don't have to want Eddie Howe out, but you can criticize things. And you cannot lose 4-2 to Brentford without being critical.
Can you honestly see things getting better with Eddie Howe making them kind of changes week in, week out?
Yeah, I mean, look, how long is this going to go on against the sort of non-top six guys? Because that's where we're dropping all our points.
He's not learning. He learned the other day by picking a balanced side, and he even did it today. But then when we went behind, he totally ruined it.
Yeah. Nick Thornton, he makes 2 subs and disrupts 4 positions.
Exactly.
Peter Garthwaite, do you think Eddie Howe knows his time is up, hence the panic? Keith says, I'm sure I read somewhere that January is going to be a non-starter for us too. Pray to hell that's wrong. We need to spend big. Don't pay any attention to the media, what they're saying about the transfer window, mate, because nobody knows until it actually happens. That's when sort of decisions will be made. I mean, look, we've got a week off now till Leicester, guys. I mean, that's a game that surely we've got to look at to think, right, that's a way to get back on track.
You'd hope so, but the worry I have is we can attack and create things, but if we do that, we seem not to be able to defend. And if we try and defend, then we don't have an attack. The balance got to be made within that side as well as the balance in the side.
I think the only positive we've got now is the next 2 fixtures are at home. We've got Leicester in the league and then Brentford in the cup. So we've got 2 fixtures at St. James's Park. There is only 3 days rest between the 2. So we are going to see 2 different lineups. Well, with several changes, you'd imagine. So a little bit more positive, but we've got to take elements of that game that we played well in and do it across 90 minutes because 4 goals against Brentford. I know they've been scoring a lot, but it's how long does this continue when we're getting, because we're not just dropping points, we're getting beaten. We lost against West Ham, we've lost against Brentford, we lost against Brighton. We're losing a lot of these games. No, it's not just sort of draws. So it is concerning.
Yeah, it is.
And for those saying he's got no other choices, well, he's got Lloyd Kelly on the bench. Well, why not let him have a go?
Well,
I know he was crap in his last game he played, but still.
Yeah.
150 grand a week.
We need transfers. we needed to have a couple of first teamers in the summer, and it didn't happen. We needed that freshness. Eddie Howe mentioned it in an interview recently. He used the word stale. The manager's words. We do need some more first teamers in. But then if we do get them in, we can't have them integrated over a 2 to 3 month period. Like, we need reinforcements. We need Botman back ASAP. We need competition in the middle of the park with Miley back in as well. And then we need new first teamers in who are going to be able to come in and make a difference as fast as possible.
Yeah. Channel Right, thank you for your super chat. Board problem too, little support. Dylan says, to me, Share has looked woeful of late. Thoughts?
Agree.
Poor today.
One good game Wednesday night, but apart from that, recently he's been pretty poor. Attitude and maybe he's over the top.
Barney Boy, thank you for your super chat. He says, when is the TTR community therapy session? I mean, we are going to have a therapy session again. It's been too long since we've had a therapy session on here. It's just,
Me and Billy are going to talk for the next 30 minutes on Patreon, and that's going to have to be our therapy. We're going to have to try and calm down with it.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That's right. I'll be doing my match reaction on YouTube, so keep an eye on socials, guys, for both the Patreon podcast. If you're not on Patreon, head across there. The link is in the description. It does help the channel a lot as well. You get lots more content away from the camera. Some great stuff on there, so pay it a visit. And as I say, it really does help the channel as well. So Alex and Billy will be doing their reaction over on Patreon. I'll be doing mine straight after this on YouTube. So we'll let you know on the socials when they're all up and available. But that is it. There's a couple more super chats. Case Ball, Antonio in a very bad way after a car crash. How out? Yes, we send our love and best wishes to Mikel Antonio. Hopefully he pulls through and everything's okay after his accident. But that is it for Matchday Live. We do have the match review tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. That's going to be another spicy one, no doubt. But thank you, everybody, for your super chats and memberships. 5,000 watching today, which is incredible. Thank you so much for all your support. We really, really do mean that. Please do subscribe if you're new to the channel. And don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Yes, Billy?
TTR Extra tomorrow afternoon as well.
Yes. There is a live commentary over on TTR Extra. It's Chelsea again. Well, Tottenham against Chelsea from the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. So I'm not sure who's commentating on that yet. It might be Billy. It might be me. We'll see. It could be Stato as well, indeed. It could be Billy and Stato, actually, because I've been going for like 25 years on here at the minute. And, anyway, thank you very much for joining us, guys. It's been a pleasure, sort of. But thank you to Billy and thank you to Alex. Mods, you've been absolutely fantastic today. But you guys, thank you very much for your support. It's been incredible. But unfortunately for Newcastle, it is back to square one again. 1 step forward, 2 steps back as it finishes Brentford 4. Newcastle United 2. Thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Away the lads and lasses.
Come back and check out the green.